Oh, hello. Getting right to it. This is the wrong brush. Spent the day airbrushing. Why we didn't start much earlier. Gonna knock off a few of these dark elves. Luca has more variation to use. Take a break from more time and 40k painting. I guess technically a lot of heresy painting lately, actually. No, Jedi boss. Oh, I should move the chat over here to you guys. There you go. It's new, my dude. Hanging out on a Saturday evening. Hell. Okay, now how's it going, my dude? You know when you just clean up your desk? You put everything away where it's supposed to go. There it is. And you don't know where it's supposed to go. Today's your birthday? Well, happy birthday. How old are you? Okay, how's it going, my dude? Elves, no chores. No. Jackson does the chores. War Master, how's it going? Oh, I can turn the chat on. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. That's the problem, Gabe, man. 40 plus, me too, my dude. Me too. Every birthday feels like the same now. How's it going, Sean? Wait, hold on. Sir War Master, give me a second. I gotta hold his arm for a second. I have this like so I've been painting all day, but I couldn't stream because it was all airbrushing. But I just got this idea. I think I can run a really long hose and put the compressor in another room. Oh, I'm excited for Dark Tide, but I thought we're supposed to get in September, not November. Spoons, let's go, buddy. Final kit for my Stormcast acquired. I think that takes care of my buying. Oh man, buying is never done. Deathwatch, nice. A big old tank. Yeah, but Caveman, the way I airbrush, like even though, like I used to have an enormous tank for work, but like, no matter how big of a tank I get, when I airbrush, I never turn the air off. I let the air flow constantly, and I work with my left hand. And I get the next thing ready, and I start painting again. This way, you never turn the air off. The nozzle never dry, and never like clog up on you. The brush is essentially always going. Alright, War Master Dream, my dude. Dementia! Tried to paint Lamenters and gave up on freehanding the chapter symbol on the shoulder. Stupid hearts and stupid circles. Okay, Dementia, you have to explain to me why you're working on Lamenters. I've been just hearing more and more Lamenters talk lately. We have a guy in studio this week and next week. His army's Lamenters.
Good evening.
How's it going, dude? It's just a rare army.
Pretty good. I wanted to ask that I resized the bases. Did they work now?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's in your the latest update. It's in your
excellent
direct message. Yeah.
I'll
so
Monday when I'm back in for the live stream, I'll be able to do it again. The printers have been going nonstop, and they're currently printing like large pieces of terrain. So I
I saw the Mordheim update. Yeah.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah. Are those the printers at work, or are those your printers?
No, they're owned by Mini Wargaming.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you're crazy enough to buy 6 printers, so I thought it's possible.
I wouldn't know where to put them. I thought about bringing them all to my house so I can keep them running smoother, like keep them running constantly. But I wouldn't have the room for them.
Wait, they would let you take the 6 printers to your house?
Oh yeah. I have 3 printers, 3 resin printers here. Only one's mine. 2 are owned by Mini Wargaming. But like nobody at the studio knows anything about 3D printing.
Except for you.
Except for me. So like, yeah.
I mean, it's not hard. I didn't know anything about printing until I bought one and figured it out. But...
Absolutely. But I mean, yeah, you have to have a bit of an interest. And if you have no interest, like you're not going to spend the time, because while I would say they're not overly difficult because I'm able to operate them all efficiently and effectively, you have to have a bit of an interest or passion for it because it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know. I think I bought it. I watched maybe like an hour of YouTube videos explaining how to get things set up, and then I did like maybe 2 or 3 prints that failed, and then I figured out the settings, and from there on out, I never had a problem with it.
Yep. Well, so like my mornings, things change month to month, year by year, but typically actually, no, I'm gonna go on chat for a second, and I'll get back to that. I'm gonna say the morning looking absolutely beautiful. Oh, thank you, my dude. Any opinion on the German ban of Leagues of Votann? Yeah, David, you don't have greater context. That tournament didn't ban Leagues of Votann.
Jeez, that story keeps on going.
I know. It's not David's fault. It's not nobody's fault. It's because this weird story got picked up and it turned to a thing because people don't have the greater, like the whole story, right? That tournament bans every new book until an FAQ came out. So while it is factually true that the book is banned, but what people are like crazy, like, oh, a book is crazy overpowered. It's not. That tournament bans every new book until an FAQ comes out. So every book was Go ahead.
No, I do hear a lot of chatter from like people reviewing the book that it's a very powerful book.
Very powerful book. Very powerful book. If this was 8th edition, I'd consider this probably the most powerful thing ever. It's very, very strong at killing. It's going to struggle to score and move. This thing, I'm calling it now, and people will say that you're wrong, but we'll see in a couple months. I'm going to be proven right, guaranteed. This book is going to dominate the local store. When 2 people are friendly gaming, the Votann are going to, because the train's always terrible. They're not playing competitive play, and the Votann are going to dominate in the tournament meta. Barely going to shake things up. Like Tau is a better book than this. Tyranids is a better book than this. Now I'm not trying to downplay the Votann. They are so like they're easy to play. Like anybody can play them very, very well, and they're very, very strong. They just do everything everybody else does, just a little bit better. But their points aren't the cheapest. They're not overpriced or anything like that. But they're not the cheapest. But they're gonna be slow, and speed is gonna be their biggest liability. Now, they have some ways to play around that, but like, I mean, overall, on average, they're going to be slower and with shorter range than everything else in the meta.
See, so by the way, Spoons is saying I'm giving people a lot of echo. Is that?
You probably aren't anymore. Let me know in chat. Audio should be fine now. When I first turned them on, I didn't turn on something. Now everything's turned on, so everything should be good in audio. But always point out when there's audio issues because I don't monitor it.
All right, so
still is. Okay, still is. Okay, we're gonna fix that.
Yeah.
He
DM'd me, or no, he put a comment in general chat. But so Spoons, let me know if it's or us.
No, it's gonna be on my end. It should be good now. Talk for me, War Master.
Okay, so Spoons, whatever it is, it's Steve's fault.
I think we're good now.
Okay, cool.
War Master, you got sound coming out of this. I have the sound coming out of my speakers because I can't wear headphones.
Yeah,
but band in Germany has such a good sound to it. I know, Caveman, and I get why. Like, I'm dead serious. I've got many texts about exactly that. It's going good, Jimmy. How haven't seen you been, Jimmy? It was too small. Okay, so what was I talking about before I went back to chat?
We were saying that yes, Votann's powerful, but you were saying it's slow, and I was gonna say so it's like Tau. Then it shoots the crap out of everything, but can't actually move on objectives.
Yeah,
fast.
but Tau is super fast. I don't
Now it
find
is.
Tau at
It
all
didn't used to
slow.
be. They used to play that cagey game where they hide behind the drones, and they never got onto the objectives. That was a problem.
Tau has
They would
multiple.
annihilate anything. Yeah, they would annihilate anything on the field, but they couldn't get on the objectives because they couldn't leave their castle.
Tau has multiple ways of playing. Votann doesn't. No, I want to point out though, in this conversation, I'm very aware that I am not tournament experienced, and I want everybody to remember that as they take my opinions, because my lack of tournament experience is going to taint things. But I do have a lot of gaming experience.
Yeah, you you are
I play a
saying
little
you're
bit.
very confident because you just said
They have short range, low mobility, and they're not we want to call them resilient. They're not that resilient. In the current, they're not. Hey, let me rephrase. Okay, I want to think the most delicate way of saying this. They look like they should be resilient with rules, and while it's fair to say they're not frail, they're not resilient. They die just as fast as everybody else. My battle report going up. I have a 1,200 point battle report going up. Should have went up already, but it'll go up soon. Yeah, if the Votann gets shot at, they die.
okay, cool. Yeah,
Can we just jump into the VC? What's the VC?
vampire counts.
What am I missing? Oh, the voice chat. Yo, the voice chat. Yeah, dementia. It's the paint and chat room. If you can't get into the paint and chat room in the Discord, jump into another one and I'll just pull you in.
Played a super cool fantasy game yesterday. I was playing Empire. I was playing Britannia. It was a game where I had to tank. My units had to tank his units because Britannia is faster than me, so he charged me. But I had more ranks, and then I stubborn, and then it became a grindy game. But it got down to the point where I couldn't kill his characters because they are these Britannian souped up characters, and I just couldn't kill them until he charged me in the rear, and for some miraculous reason, my unit didn't run, so I could charge him in the rear with my steam tank, and the steam tank had to grind them down. It was amazing.
So many fantasy's always. Oh, hold on. People in the chat, we're going to start from the top down alphabetically. I have to balance everybody, so Dementia, say something for me.
Say something for me.
Okay, Dementia, I think you're going to be a little too quiet, so I have to boost you.
Oh, okay.
All right, Spoons, you're up.
Ketchup is a smoothie.
Spoons, you seem quiet today. Spoons, my end's fine, it's your end, Spoons. Say something again.
All right, I'll mess with my sends then.
Yeah, you're a little quiet today. All right, Oliver, you popped in, you're up.
With what?
Good enough. I get everybody. Hey, shit, you're up, buddy.
Yeah, I thought you forgot about me.
All right, try to boost you, bud.
Okay.
I'm gonna boost up overall audio, and again, remember we are amateurs. I don't know how to operate equipment, and we're doing this on the fly. So always point out in chat if things get a little weird in the audio. All right, we're back to talking about whatever.
It's not if, it's when it gets weird.
When it gets weird.
We do know you have a hard time with electronics, Steve.
Hey, man. Oh, why do I always shake this? I'm an idiot.
There we go. Should be a little bit better.
It's the software problem I have a problem with. I don't know why I always shake this.
Damn, 15 months. Fucking hell.
I know. Hey, kids are watching. Maybe, probably, I don't know.
We're all
Doinking
children.
hell. Doinking hell.
Doinking,
Yeah.
Depending on where
sorry.
you-
Doinking
Depend-
heck.
Depending on where you live, more likely than not.
It's true. It's true. It's pretty late for a lot of you.
Almost 11 p.m.
Yeah, the same here.
It's almost 11 o'clock at night here.
I got
So
It's 2 p.m. in the middle of a California fall for me, which is our light summer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we got at least 3 people here in the same time zone.
Drewski, how's it going, dude?
East Coast.
I think Paris time.
Everything we say is weird, brother. Spoon sounds like he's underwater and in a cave. Get out of the cave, Spoons.
But it's my cave.
You sound good to me. He sounds good to me. Spoon smells very good.
He probably is talking when my painting desk is away from my mic, so if I say anything while I'm painting.
Spoons, where are you
What's
from?
that accent? Yeah.
I am from Tennessee.
Okay. I can place it.
Well,
we've
that
had
you
this
can't
conversation
place it
before.
because that's a mix of Michigan and Florida.
Okay.
That's what I was raised around. No, I think I'm not overly far from Phil, but I've never reached out doing games with him.
So, Jay Boss asking how I feel about my tie with Luca and WaP. There was a point in the battle part where I think everybody in the audience saw it. We both just got punched with a wave of like pure tiredness, and like when we were talking in like our real post game show that happens the second we turn the camera off, as we were really cleaning up and getting ready to leave. Like there's like so many moments like I just kick myself for forgetting this. I could have did this. I could have back here. And like he was like, and nobody pointed it out too. So half on you guys who are watching live. On Lucas turn 5, he never moved his Pegasus. And if he had, he might have been able to take the victory.
There was one other mistake that I caught that was like, well, why the heck didn't you do that? But now I forgot.
Win?
Yeah. No.
And then on my turn 1, if I remembered one more AP on the bows, maybe another different game. But like, I mean, we had a bunch of viewers and not everybody catches things. This happens in every game, every day.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you get tired, you make mistakes, right? Also, you're not really playing to be the best player. You're playing to be entertaining.
Oh, 100%. No. There are often charges done just to things have been gone too slow in the last like 15 minutes or whatever.
Two things. What Battle Brother? Is that a good or a bad thing?
No, you're echoing again.
That's someone else's mic I'm echoing through.
Huh.
And then, what was the other? Steve, how many times in that 1,200 point game did you say tiny hands?
Oh my god, you know what? None.
What?
I know. I'm dead serious. I'm kicking myself because the second we turn the camera off, I'm like, oh my god, I let it down. I didn't say it at all. But then again, I never really do that on mini wargaming anyway. I'd say that for this channel, I guess. So we'll
add it in
post,
hands. Just randomly in the video. Tiny hands.
Look at my ton of hands. Yeah,
very
in that game, without giving spoilers to who won or anything, or like major beats of the game. Turn 1, I barely could fire a gun because, like long range for that army was 24 inches.
Speaking
The
of tiny
Votann
hands,
strike me as the stereotypical. They want to get in close, but they want to stay moving while they do it.
See, the thing is, you have to think of like competitive ninth. It's all about trading, and they can trade fine. The problem is they can't, other than the bikes who are super fast and a little bit broken. Well, never mind that. They can't really get in to get their guns to bear. Like it is a skilled opponent is going to easily protect his models from the Votann.
Kind of feels like it's ironic you're painting like dark. It's right you're painting dark riders right now because I remember back in fantasy, there's that thing with warlocks when everyone spanned them for like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
This was like 2010-ish, and like every army you faced was just you'd look at the board and you just see 3 units of warlocks. You just be like, okay, so you want me to pull my models now because I know they're going to get into my flank and I know they're going to shoot and I know I'm just going to be removing units. It kind of feels like that.
You make them roll the dice.
So,
oh yeah, no, obviously, but it feels like that a little bit.
There's okay. So I'm thinking about another thing but that applies very much to what you're saying about the warlocks. I was playing a game recently, and by the time it goes out, you guys will not remember any of this because it won't go out for many, many months. It's a fantasy game for mini wargaming, and it'll be forever before it goes out. My opponent I had 2 bolt throwers, a unit of archers, and fast moving stuff. And my opponent is playing dark elves, and he has the outflanking dudes. I forget what they're called. The Corsairs. And and obviously a noble on a Pegasus. I make no effort to protect myself from the Corsairs or the Pegasus, and ignore them and decide they're gonna come on and they're gonna shoot me in the back and they're gonna charge me, and I'm just gonna like not react, not try to mitigate it, not try to prevent their movement, not try to in any way, shape, or form do anything about it. And like, people are not gonna get. Like, I think there's gonna be a bunch of comments like, Steve, why'd you let that happen? And I don't think people are gonna get that in a dice game, it's not just like one piece or whatever. I'm like, okay, I can turn this unit ready to charge the Corsairs no matter where they come. But I mean, do I need to kill 100 points of Corsairs, or I have to go finish off like the actual game over there? So sometimes, yeah, just let the warlocks do what they're gonna do. It's one small thing. You prevent them from doing the thing that like costs you the game, and then that's it. Other than that, like your models are gonna like nothing really dies. They're plastic miniatures. You have to trade them.
Unless just play really hardcore and smash everything that dies.
No.
Imagine doing that with like Votann or Tunkins.
I've also learned to let my opponent kill models because I've over the years I have played very defensively where I don't want to lose anything, but I can win a game by 1,000 points. Like I win a game 500 to nothing, and as long as my opponent killed a bunch of my models, he's not gonna have as sour as a feel. But if I win by only 100 points, but he didn't do anything, I was able to mitigate him constantly, he'll feel worse. Let the warlocks do their thing, my dude. But my God, can they be annoying?
You feel that same way when it's not models you've personally painted?
Say that again?
Like, do you feel bad? Like, do you like feel an aversion to having people remove your models when it's not ones you've painted?
No,
like,
not anymore.
Like, when I'm using a friend's army, I don't care. I'm just like, okay, go die, my disposable chaff. But it was like my precious babies, I want to shield them.
No, not anymore. I'm a weird person to ask. I play too many games, but yet not enough. By the way, I was weak and bought the dwarves. Now just sitting on my shelf of shame. Why'd you buy? Okay, thank you, Drewski, for giving Games Workshop some money. You're never gonna use them. They're gonna sit on your shelf forever. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, why are you painting the Darkest and not the Votann?
Taking a break from Wartime. This is right now. I'm coming on to hang out, and this is mindless work. The other stuff takes detail. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was airbrushing all day, and my shoulder's a little sore. I don't want to get like all in like this and paint. I just want to like chat, talk about some Warhammer, get a little bit of work done because we always have to get work done. Stormbolter, how's it going, my dude? Oh, Belfast for the weekend. Isn't it super late for you?
Should be like 1 hour behind me.
Oh,
so
behind you.
10.
I thought it was like midnight there. Well, I don't know anything, I guess.
Well, in an hour.
Fair enough. You just go to another country for a weekend? Ah, hell!
Oh, you did a lot more on that one?
No, I was using his head as a...
Oh, now I see.
Lever. His head broke off and my brush messed up. Oh, no!
Well, at least you did that after priming.
True. Yeah, this will come off.
Whatever. Call it kicked up dirt because they're running through the dirt.
Yeah, I know. I just because visually it'll look fine, but the fact that I made the mistake is what bothers me.
You're gonna forget it. You paint too many models to remember that shit.
No, I don't. I do paint too many, but no, I don't forget anything.
Want to bet you forget? I'll write it down and I'll ask you in 2 months.
I will. I hyper focus on my mistakes. Makes me a better, more well balanced human being.
It's very
That's
healthy.
everyone.
That's a cool.
You always remember the negatives over the
Wait.
positives.
That makes you better than everyone. Is what that does.
Guys,
Steve, you
I'm
want to know why
100% positive. Chatman is actually Jonathan Kelly.
Steve, you want to know why I'm painting Lamenters? It's because if I win, it's great. If I lose, it's lore accurate.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go, matchbook. Get working, Volcano. I have no clue who that man is. That's exactly what Jay Kelly would say.
Yeah.
Why does he have an alias?
I think Jonathan Kelly thinks I'm mad at him. So he disappeared.
Huh.
I'm not mad at him. I'm just disappointed in him.
Why? What did he do?
He knows what he did.
Oh, okay. It sounds like an interesting story.
You know what? I will tell it if Jonathan Kelly lets me tell it.
All right.
Out of respect
So we
for
not-
the guy who...
Yeah. So we have to turn to chat man to give us the okay.
Chatman, are you him? I think you are. I really do. I'm not even kidding. I'm not playing a game. I'm pretty sure Chatman is Jonathan Kelly.
You are so obsessed about that man, Steve. Are you sure you're okay?
No, I haven't thought about it in a while. But, like, Chatman talks like him. He reminds me of him. My real life name is Richard.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I mean... Oh, that's evidence, guys. Jonathan Kelly said, my real life name is Richard. Now we know it's not him.
Oh, Steve.
You're gonna give him imposter syndrome.
Yeah. And before we know it, Steve's gonna stalk him everywhere he goes.
Come on. He doesn't... His comments don't remind you a little bit of Jonathan Kelly, at least?
No.
What? I haven't seen it enough to make the distinction.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I think he's appeared after I took my break earlier, or I just don't remember.
Oh, Matchbook, that's awesome. It's over. It's all ogre.
It isn't ogre till it's ogre.
It's ogre. Talking with Jackson. Oh, Monday's a live stream. It's actually not gonna be a fantasy. We're gonna do some Zone Mortalis for Heresy.
With the secret markers and everything.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Because like if you can just ask Jackson to like hide his army from you.
Well,
That'd be
okay.
fun.
How do you feel in seriousness? How do you feel the secret marker thing will go over in a live bat rep? Just keep in mind, like a lot more time passes than average. I think it might be boring.
Well, you have to try to know.
That's true.
Yeah, I would honestly say give it a try. Give it a try.
How do I like the AK texture paint? I think it's amazing. It to me, it's exactly the same as the I actually have a bottle of it somewhere. Of the Games Workshop stuff I was using, but it's just drastically cheaper for exactly the same. I will never go back from this.
Yeah,
When I try to tell this story, oh man.
when I needed to get snow, I got
He's
the
calling
level
your
one.
bluff, Steve.
Right? Are we going back to Saturday streams? The conversation has been had. It is doable. We don't know if it's the right call. So, as of right now, the Monday streams have not been breaking even. Basically, they cost me money to produce them. Luca's not available to do Saturdays, so Jackson could rework things and do Saturdays. We want to try a couple more things for the Monday stream before we switch to Saturday, because we had made the decision to switch to Saturday because the audience has been bigger. It's more sustainable. But there was a number of people were like, no, we really like the Mondays. Like, we want to see if we can make it work. Like, ultimately, the goal was like to stream every day, like a Battle Report, but that's not real soon. But we might have to switch to Saturdays, but we're not giving up on Monday quite yet.
I mean, if you have to, you have to. There's no really choice.
Yeah, I will always make the smartest decision, I think, or the best one that keeps it going the longest, right?
Mm.
You ever try to talk yourself out of a painting step because you're lazy, but you know it makes such a difference?
Yep, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Well, okay.
I know that
I'm rushing spears, right?
What you guys didn't see, because I didn't have a chance to record it, is I tried to skip a bunch of steps on my Leagues of Votann dudes. And then when I would finish my infantry, I did not like the job. So the next morning, because I stopped, that was a Sunday. No, that was a Monday. I stopped streaming 5 o'clock, finished them Tuesday after work, and I did not like it at all. And I had to record. I had to use them I recorded them in a battle report on Thursday. But what I did was I woke up Thursday morning, and oil washed them. Then I was happy. I had to get up like 4 a.m. to do it. So like Wednesday night, I got it all ready. Like I sealed it and everything like that. And then Thursday morning I did the oil washing. And that's why I was so tired for the Barrett. But every time I try to skip a step, it backfires.
And that's why you have really simple painting styles.
I agree. That's why I keep thinking. Like I already cut out so many steps. I've mastered the minimalistic of painting. I think if I try to cut anything more out, I'm getting greedy. It's too lazy, and I can't cut out anymore.
Yeah, my style is pretty much just paint. Everything gets a layer at least, but not really much more.
So the thing is, like, it's frustrating how much work oil wash can do and how easy it is to do. Like, if you spend the time going to buy all the proper things you need, the makeup sponges, the Gamsol, the oil paint, and everything. Once you got everything, like a couple of glass containers, once you got everything, and you do the oil wash, it is so remarkably. I can't believe I paint any other way. It's so easy and there's so much work. It looks so like the effort to output skews very high for oil wash.
Mm.
What do you think about
What's
the
a good
Voltars
paint
now you
stripper?
play with them?
One at a time.
Okay, what do you think about the Voltar now when you play with them? The space draw.
Very, very strong. Very, very strong. If they had longer range, they would be insanely broken.
So what do you think about that a lot of terminates in the EU have forbidden the use of them?
Okay, so you didn't get. You must.
You just hate short people, that's all.
Here
That's
we
not-
go.
That's fake news. It's a half truth. It's a half truth.
That's fake
No
news.
tournament that I'm aware of has actually banned the Votann because they think they're overpowered. That German tournament bans every new book until an FAQ comes out, but somebody didn't know that and has spread out this thing. Oh, it's been banned. It's considered so overpowered. It's been banned. This book is no more overpowered than every other book that's ever come out. Mark my words.
Okay.
It's going to dominate local stores. It's not going to shake it. It will not be after a couple of months. Okay, here. In 2023, these things will not be a major tournament threat. That's my stance and position. I think team tournaments will have to have a list that can go up against them. And I also want to remind everybody that I'm like not an expert at all in this field, but I just have strong opinions.
But you can also say that in 2023, there's the rumors that the next edition is going to come out.
Okay, so let me rephrase that. So in 2023, we think 10th edition is coming out with Tyranids and Blood Angels. Strong rumors, right? But the tournaments that'll be in the second quarter of 2023. I'm talking first quarter of 2023. Give Legion of Votann a couple of months, because every book dominates the tournaments for the first couple of months. Give this book a couple of months, and then it's not going to be the thing. Like, Tyranids are stronger, Tau is stronger. Now, that being said, so I believe what I just said. However, I actually am imposing a rule on myself that I will not ever put them in a mini wargaming battle report against an opponent that doesn't specifically ask to play against them, because not tournament play, they're gonna do some, like, they're gonna be gross.
Unless somebody knows how to play against them.
Yeah, these things are balanced for tournament play.
I would like to argue that it's a weaker book than Space Marines, and here's why.
No.
It has less pages, so if you throw it, it won't hurt as much.
You know what? I said no way too fast. You damn right.
I gotta interject though. This one's dwarf crafted.
Okay, so I haven't read all the lore
You
yet.
cardboard is the same thing.
I haven't read all the lore yet, but they're not dwarves. They're human.
Well, no,
Are
if they
they
were dwarves,
tiny?
they'd be different species, i.e. dead.
They're just humans that were stuck on a planet with a lot stronger gravity.
No, the Votann is an AI, and they have like cloning machines, and they keep the humans going by cloning them. But their cloning machines make them that size, because it's the perfect size for surviving in deep space. So all you tiny people out there are better suited to survive in space than me. I'm going to go back to the chat for a second, so I've been ignoring these guys. I'm going to scroll up a bit and read some down. Jonathan Kelly told us where to tell a story. Chat, man, I swear you, Jonathan Kelly. When are we going to see some Imperial Fists breachers again? Oh, I don't have any fists. I don't know if Josh... Oh, no, Josh does. No, he still takes orders. He has no fists either. Are we be painting Dark Elves? Who's this for? Yeah, it's more stuff for Luca to use. I don't like the round-based stuff on the table. So I'm going to get some square-based riders for him. I like Saturdays myself because I have a kid with sports and such. Yeah, no, Saturdays make sense for a lot of people. Ultimately, there will be streams on Saturday again for sure. But for us to move to Saturday, that greatly impacts Jackson's job, because he works Saturdays. Excuse me, he works every Saturday with a special event, so he'll have to like drop out of that. And we're gonna try to keep this going without having him to drop out of his main job first. And if we have to, like, we're gonna work it out, and we'll do Saturday, but we're gonna try to keep him going on his main job. Hello for Denmark. Oh, I read that one. I'm working on 2 rhinos currently. You need 5 more after that. Maybe Spartan, maybe special weapon teams, maybe 20 tacticals, maybe Dread. All good things to buy. I know it's me. It's mainly just prime them. Speed paint. I remember people whining about Deathwing when Dark Angels or something came out and being OPA. Well, yeah, but I mean, Zardos, every book that came out, everyone, 100% of them, 100% of them except for almost all the books that came out, except for Jinxer cults, people said this thing's crazy overpowered, this is broken, I don't want to play against it. And most of us were like, okay, it's another, like, my god, 9th edition is the most balanced version of any miniatures game I've ever played in my entire life. Like, every other edition of 40k was wildly unbalanced. 9th is so close to balance. People just read things, hype builds up, people just say stuff spreads, and there's no actual experience, and you got a bunch of people spouting off things without any actual knowledge, authority, or experience, and then it spreads because it's the internet, and that's what we do. That being said, the Votann are very strong, but I mean, so is Dark Angels, so is Tau, so is Tyranids, so are Orcs technically, even though I think they're terrible right now. I just wish 9th didn't use stratagems and stuff. Yeah, I agree, but for those that like the stratagems, it's their edition. The wheel will come back around for us again, right? My favorite edition is 7th edition, minus the formations.
Yeah, formations was the beginning of the end there.
Yeah.
By the way, Chatman okayed us to hear the story.
We'll hear it when we hear about Luca's dad at the end of the stream.
I see.
So there's not no, there's not a whole lot of things. So most of you know that I had a near 100% fail rate on commission painters. Like, you steal my stuff or don't return my stuff or whatever. Now that's not true anymore because Dale from chat, I don't think he's here yet. He hasn't showed up yet. He's done work for me now, and so is Chris Thacker, and my 100% fail rate is no longer true. But I did try Jonathan Kelly, and he had like he gave me like a time frame would be a month and it'd be done. And like a couple months, I'm like, dude, they're still not done. It's like, he hadn't even started yet. I'm like, just send them back. And he did, and he just, hasn't shown back up in chat. But he just, like, he returned them. We're good, Jonathan Kelly. You can come back, or Chatman, you can change your name back. How's it going, Zach? I love that Admech got a full book due to 8th. Got a full book due to 8th? Brother, I'm missing some context there. It goes painting Bushido. Why don't you play a real game like Warhammer Fantasy, Zach?
Going
I
back
thought
to
Admech had a full book in 7th.
Admech got a full book in 7th, yeah.
Didn't they have 2 books there? Or was that 6th?
No, the keynote in 7th, they had a formation called the War Convocation. It gave them a bunch of upgrades for free, and it allowed them to put in a 2,000 point battle. Sorry, yeah, 2,000 or was it 1850? In an 1,850 point battle report back then, it allowed them to put on 2,750 points on the table.
That was ridiculous.
It was so broken that there was I don't know how long. I want to say a 2-month period where every battle report I played, somebody came in with Admech with the War Convocation. I'm like, are we still doing this? Is this again?
Yeah. It was the same thing with the Space Marines getting the 3 rhinos. Only it was worse.
But see, that one made sense to me. See, that was Games Workshop purging their stock of rhinos, drop pods, and Razorbacks before Primaris came out, and nobody would need them anymore.
Yeah, I just had fun with my hunting force and Librarian Conclave.
But wasn't the War Convocation like a unit of everything? And so that would make sense as well, because then they would sell everything.
I like how this chat man is trying to spread a rumor that Jonathan Kelly got kidnapped.
I can tell you right now he isn't, because I see him sometimes in the the Badlands campaign chat.
Tell him, if you see him, tell him, come back, do his penance. Tell me miss him.
Okay, I'll tell him next time I see him.
You hear that, chat man? We miss him. You have anything and in the Urays, you are right.
Chapman might not be him, but he might be the one that kidnapped him.
Chatman, let him go, dude. Let Jonathan Kelly go, man.
Free Jonathan Kelly.
Free Jonathan Kelly. The bullying I've been experiencing in chat has only been, moderate to severe, not extreme. We need Jay Kelly back.
Yeah, we gotta have the get mod and loose mod competition going, or see how many he can do. I still don't. I remember him do. I don't remember what he did. What he said that they made him lose it again. I just remember it was fun.
I never really painted a black horse before. How does everybody do it?
You spray painted black, and then you're done.
Damn it! All right.
I know some people.
Death Company, which is don't start with black.
I'm going to assume dry brushing will be your friend on that.
Yeah, I think most people like highlight or dry brush gray or something.
I'm gonna try mixing in Inky White Darkness and highlight up and see if it works. I'll try it on one model and then. Oh hey, milestone, and also I'll play Old World. That's it. Only get my Toon Boys back. Man, Dark Age was a good game, but I'm done. I sold all my stuff.
You could dry brush them like a blue-gray. That usually works.
I don't really like dry brushing horses, but
Why not?
I
It's
might
easy.
have to.
Well, I mean, you could wet brush them, but that doesn't really work.
No, but it does.
I like Fenrisian Gray for my black dry brushing. It works pretty
Yeah,
well.
that's like a blue-gray, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, works like a charm.
Yeah, if you don't go with a bit of a blue tone, they end up looking like stone.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's great for when you cast Flesh to Stone on them.
It's true.
I have a question for you guys. What's more fun, a balanced game or unbalanced game?
It depends. Typically, unbalanced is more fun.
It honestly, for me, it depends completely on the army.
I think
Also-
balance can be a lot of stress and work to it often, but when it's not balanced, like oh whatever, go nuts. There's no stress. It's more fun. Or like less
I mean,
thinking.
if I had like 20 bears, I'm very unbalanced, but I'm having a ball.
True. Also, these are facts.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
I mean, as to your question, I think it's a question of how unbalanced. Because if it's unbalanced to the point that
I'm asking
really-
it because of I keep hearing every time that the 9th edition of 40k is the most balanced it's been, but a lot of times I heard it's like it's boring,
Oh my
it's
God.
repetitive, it's the same every time.
Oliver, you haven't heard. This is my. I've been saying this for like over a year. In my opinion, 9th edition is the most balanced Games Workshop has ever had Warhammer 40,000. It's also the least amount of fun for me.
That's what I keep hearing from people, that it's so balanced, but it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, it's all about the numbers. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only scoring.
Yeah, I can't really comment on this because I haven't played a 40k game
Wait.
since like the start of 8th.
Wait, are you saying that 40k is the opposite of Whose Line? Only the points matter?
Only the points matter. Yeah, I personally don't like that, but I know that there is a big market for it, and that's why it exists. Here's the thing. Games Workshop worked closely with the tournament community. Now, the tournament community always made their own version of 40k. It was called ITC or whatever, right? And 9th edition just copies that. So it was amazing for a group of people. However, I believe I don't know what's fact, what's not, but I believe Games Workshop realized that it was a mistake. They left out their core fans. All 100% of my buddies that played 40k left the game because of 9th edition. Nobody I know personally plays it anymore. So I think at Hit Games Workshop they realized it. I think they are no longer working with the tournament community and their playtesters. I think they're starting over again. I think 10th edition is going to be a reset, going back to the roots where it's a fun narrative game, and we're not going to listen to the tournament community hyper balancing everything all the time, because if they want that, they can make their own ITC again.
Okay, here's a question for everyone. Initiative, good or bad?
Okay,
Well, first you gotta add your decks.
Yeah. I was not disappointed to see it go, personally.
Yeah, I don't think initiative works. Well, I think initiative worked better in 40k than it is in fantasy. But I don't think it was like, I didn't play orcs back then, but I would feel bad for an orc player who's charging into marines and like losing half their squad in melee before they get to swing. That would suck.
Yeah, that was dumb. But that was only because they nerfed the Furious Charge. Yeah, they used to have Furious Charge that gave them an initiative as well. And then they usually struck like on the same initiative, which is okay, because then you have mutually assured destruction. But later they nerfed, and they became slow. And it was stupid because you charged and they just got killed. Because orcs die when you hit them.
I like the way that Age of Sigmar does it, that you basically choose what units fight first, and then the opponent choose.
I like Age of Sigmar's combat.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're on something there.
Yeah, they should also do it with shooting. Like, they should just adopt the whole Battle for Middle Earth thing.
Oh, that's a
I think that's
fantastic rule system.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I think that's the best. I think that's the best rule system that you can have.
I was
because it
recently
prevents-
looking at adding more to my Rohan, and I'm like, $90 for 3 Royal Guard, and it doesn't even come with the foot version. You have to buy them afterwards. Like, what the heck?
They're probably pewter. So many Middle Earth kits are still metal, and they charge a markup for it.
But they weren't that expensive even a few months ago.
Oh,
I think they're priced.
you know why that is,
Because
right?
the TV show.
You know why they are so pewter? Because the Tolkien estate still has to approve each one.
That's true.
Oh wow. Hey,
Also,
Stacker.
Rohan's getting a battle host soon, Steve. Might want to just watch for that.
Sorry, the internet is. You're on a boat. You're watching on a boat. Good time of the wife, dude. What did you say about Battle? What did you say about a battle? What did you say?
Yeah, well,
I think Rohan's going to be getting a battle host before too long, so I'll just wait for that.
Oh, I have tons of unassembled plastic Rohan. I just don't have like any Royal Guard or anything like that.
I said,
I have-
need. Go ahead.
I have this old starter pack of the Battle of the Penal Fields. Not touched yet. Think about getting the new starter pack and get some of the the battle hosts that I don't have. The problem is, I don't have the time.
Yeah.
I really want them, and I don't have the money, but I still really want them.
So we have successfully made a blue horse.
What? Steve, what did you do?
I tried.
You
Hey
made
man, I tried something. You can't paint without trying things every now and then. And you know what?
All right.
And maybe in Bretonia, a purebred warhorse is blue. You don't know.
Steve.
You weren't there.
Well, Steve,
Well,
now you just wash it black again. It's okay. Now wash it black.
Yeah, no, that's why I pulled it out. I'm gonna do that.
It's a blue-blooded horse with the veins just popping out everywhere.
Yeah, it's a purebred blue horse. He's like very snooty and snobby. He won't walk with the other black horses.
Yeah, Chris. Every Saturday, every Sunday, most Mondays. Oh no, not this Monday because I'm gonna go in early and record a handheld battle report. But yeah, they'll be every weekend, dude. Painting things are back. Okay, listen, nulling this guy down.
There was a point where I was painting. I was almost spilled some energy drink on a figurine, so I was painting. Try to get that away. Lose control of my painting brush and paint myself. So yeah, I can see down myself at, I think it was silver, gold. I think it was gold, so I can see my shirts and pants. There was golden streaks on it. And I just think, no. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Trying to get it, try to get that off.
Yeah.
Or if you go to some some areas or something like that, you would just be looked at. Oh, you got a new look or a retro look.
I love
Have
this
you
adventure Steve's on
really
now.
like
He's-
modeled until you've accidentally given your berserkers a layer of blood for the blood god, but it's like more organic than you're normally used to.
The most overused paint by
yeah.
corn players.
Feel blood.
actually had a buddy back
For-
back in the day that painted like the edges of his of the swords of his minis with his own blood.
Ugh.
That- Yeah.
That's gross.
I
Yeah.
I have
See, when
this.
you do it accidentally, when you're like removing
Oh.
it from the sprue, that's one thing. But if you do it on purpose,
Oh, he did it on purpose.
Didn't Ninjon specifically paint a model using only his own blood recently?
Who?
Ooh,
Painting YouTuber had. I think I saw a video. he did his
Oh,
sister
right.
and
Now I
daughter.
remember now.
that's
you
got to
said-
go against some TOS, right?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think it's legal. It's your own bodily fluids.
like as
I
long
think
as you
you
don't
could-
show yourself like extracting it, right? It
Yeah.
should be
Yeah.
okay.
I think so.
He used
And I-
his blood sugar test strips, so he just little needle. No, you don't really see anything other than him squeezing his thumb.
Do you guys also have the tendency when you swift the blade on your knife, the first thing you do is cut yourself because you forgot how sharp it is and how easy it is to cut the plastic?
No, I use it all day, every day.
I actually had an accident once with a knife that was new, so it was very sharp, and I cut myself. But I didn't realize I cut myself until I looked down and I saw that I had a big gash on my hand, where if I moved my fingers, I could see the muscles move. I was like,
Oh.
"Oh shit!"
Ooh.
But I was
Mm,
well into 15 minutes of painting before I realized that I cut myself because it was a clean cut. It didn't bleed.
You guys are all clumsy, but Chris was asking like, he pointed out that it's why he wears an apron now because of painting, whatever. But like, I'm wearing a painting shirt right now, because I will often like, who else gets blood on miniatures? They're painting clothes, or will grab a paint pot, go to shake it up with a capsule on and get it all over themselves. Like I have clothes, I have work clothes for painting because
Yeah.
I mean like.
Yep.
Don't use the clothes you're going to party with. I learned a lesson once. My mom was not happy at me at that point.
Could be fun. Could be a conversation starter.
I keep
My issue is knocking
bandages
over
in the
pots and
house.
washes.
I keep bandages in the house, only because I work on miniatures. I grew up using super glue for cuts, but
Ow.
when you cut your thumb, super glue won't hold it shut and keep trying to work on more miniatures. So there'd be blood all over the miniatures all the time. So like the bandages is the only thing. Like I keep them in the house because of the hobby, and only because of the hobby.
I have 5 packs of bandages at my workstation because I have such a. I cut myself very often. The hardest that happened for me was I cut myself. It took me 5 bandages and a fucking half an hour to make sure it didn't bleed anymore.
Jeez. Okay, so here's so I'm from Canada, Southern Ontario. Using super glue in a cut is just a thing. I remember being in Cuba a few years ago, and I cut my leg or something. I asked for super glue, and they were repulsed by it. Oh, they give me banned. Sorry, this is what we use. Is this common anywhere else? Like
No, dude, that's a World War One shit.
World War
I don't
One.
know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like some
I never
rationing
fought in
thing.
World War One, dude.
But I mean, well, super glue was invented during World War One.
Look, when you were in it, Steve, it was called the Great War. We get it.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. No, I know what we're talking about. Okay.
But no, I think you're probably the only one that does that.
No. This is the thing. I learned it from hockey. If you got a cut, you be glue shut.
But what do you actually pour the super glue in the wound, or do you just close the wound and then just rub some super glue?
We both, but we'd close it and put it on.
I mean, I imagine you just have some horrific scars then.
No, I mean one might be. There's a weird one. There's that one. That was. Wait, where's the camera? I don't think you can even see it. I don't think you guys can't even see that actually. I have one there from a skate. That was a big gash. It's right. No, you can't even see it. But no.
I mean, I can imagine on small cuts, maybe not bigger cuts.
Oh no! I mean that's something. Oh my god! I can't show it. My buddy chopped open his thigh with a chainsaw right down to the bone.
Okay.
And went to the Tim Hortons drive-through. I swear this is true, guys. This sounds like bullshit, but he's in the window bleeding. He's like, I don't know, should I go to the hospital? They're like, yeah, you need to go to the hospital. This guy's just doesn't want to go to the hospital with a chainsaw gash this big down his thigh.
Oh,
Think it didn't happen?
Christ.
I can give you a pic.
Oh, that's.
Okay.
I don't want to see that.
Give me a
Yeah,
second.
I don't want to
me
see it.
neither. I think my worst scar is from when I was 6 and my hand got stuck in the rotating belt at the supermarket.
My worst scar is I have one on my bicep where I fell down and impaled my arm on a spike because I was on a roof. I slipped, fell off, right on it. It actually barely avoided anything important, and now I just have this 3-inch gash from where it just went in
Jesus,
clean.
mate. You need to watch
Thankfully,
out.
It didn't go deep enough to get the bone, but like we just went to the hospital. They're like, yeah, so that's deep, but it's not wide. It's very thin.
Oh, I've had one of those,
Yeah.
but mine was from just falling onto the edge of the sandbox at the school in like 4th grade, I think.
That all sounds like clean cuts. The chainsaw thing sounds like a horrific,
Oh yeah, no.
ragged,
Oh, yeah.
ragged cut.
Yeah, the
Damn,
sandbox one for me, it didn't even I didn't even bleed on that one.
Damn, hear you guys talk about your worst injuries. Me was just helping my parents with do the dishes while I was a little kid, and all with I think it was 5 or 6 plates in my hand, and I had shots into my hands and arms and all that. I
Ow.
would have
Ooh.
only got I think it was stitch in my hand, and that's the only thing there is. That's nothing compared to you guys.
Yeah, I've at least been lucky enough to never had to get any stitches. Because it was only recently that I could really tolerate having needles stuck in my arm.
I feel like if you put all our stories together, it perfectly typifies the meme of like, I wonder why women live longer than men. Oh well.
Yep. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing.
I thought it was more of
There's no way to know.
So, Jimmy, it's on my old phone. It's charging right now. Remind me in about 5-10 minutes, and I'll it's on the charger.
But then we do dumb shit, but we also have super glue.
Exactly.
I mean, eventually, like I'm sure someone's duct tape a wound shut. Like,
oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh no,
yeah.
I've seen
Definitely.
people
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
My little
It
brother
does
had-
not look fun.
Oh, that's standing
A little brother did that once.
You crushed your boot at work. Like they duct tape you up as you bring it to the hospital.
My boss actually almost got crushed by a machine they were moving last year.
Wait, your ball sack?
No, my boss.
Oh, okay.
I
thought-
also
Yeah, I
heard.
heard the same thing.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, he.
I
he got
mean, I
lucky.
thought this was gonna be a cool story, but your boss, boring.
Yeah, he got lucky and just got away with, I think it was like a gash in the face and a few broken ribs. And that was from getting pinned to the wall by a machine that weighs like 10, 20 tons at least, minimum.
A forklift. Yeah, that's fucking heavy. I drive in that every day.
No, not a forklift, like a CNC mill.
Okay, yeah. He's lucky he's alive then.
Yeah, the only reason he is alive is because he got stuck between, one of those like plastic doors they use in like warehouse and stuff.
Ugh.
Steve,
was-
this might be Captain Hindsight, but I was thinking, aren't you better off painting those miniatures separate? So remove the riders.
No, the darker. Typically, the answer I would say would be yes. Almost always yes.
On these specifically, the half the body is modeled to the horse.
Yeah.
No, but
I mean,
that's
that-
the best
that-
part about injuries. You get to know what the weather's going to be.
Yeah.
What?
I can
Yeah.
feel if it's raining when I wake up in the morning before I hear it.
Yeah, you just wake up, your back hurts, or your knee hurts, whatever hurts, and you go, it gonna rain.
Yeah.
The worst injury that has been in my family that I know of happened to my sister, my little sister. You know the things that's used to make what's it called in English? Oh
Whoopie pie.
no, it's the you mix it with water and get really cement or something like that.
Yeah, cement, asphalt.
Yeah, the metals in there, 5 bars, them fall on my little sister while she was like, I think it was 5,
Oh, rebarbs.
6. Yeah, Reba, 6, 7 years old, and she
Ooh.
broke her back.
Ouch.
Ouch. How is she now?
And better, but she had problem with her back. It's weak. She's dealing with PTSD. She's afraid all the time. She has no energy really. She has problem in schools, so she has a special school. So she only like in school 3 hours a day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So she's getting better,
That's rough.
but yeah,
The worst
That's-
injury in my family was my
Rebecca.
granddad, who, when he was like, I want to say he was like 18, so this was right before World War II. He was actually drafted, and he was reporting in a couple weeks to wherever he was supposed to go, and he got in a car accident. Both legs broken, 3 ribs crushed. Was in the hospital for 2 years and has all this metal. I believe that he was actually in some kind of super duper science experiment because it was the 40s, so there was no medical ethics.
He could have been
And-
Captain America.
Yeah, basically that's the joke. And I thought about it, but then I went, no, he's 5'5". He's
He could have been Captain America.
his political beliefs are decidedly way too left for 1940s America. So they
The
wouldn't
more
have let
you
him.
talk, the more I think he could have been Captain America.
Yeah, that's fair. But he didn't get the height augmentation. He's still 5'5".
Well, they didn't finish, clearly.
Yeah, no, he was just the failed. He's like the Spartan 1. He's like the Spartan 1s. We're just hey, this kind of worked. Nah, we're not gonna keep it going.
He's like the what was it? The Family Guy meme of sketch of Captain America, where
Yeah,
first
he's like
guy
the
is
Darth
like the Mexican guy that's power is to paint the technician's living room.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's like not captain, but he's sergeant in America, right? He's lower. He's
He's
finished.
started in America. But yeah, no, he couldn't. Every time we went through an airport metal detector after 9/11, it would go off, and they'd be like, "Please, sir, step to the side," and they put him, in the special scanning machine, and they go, "Oh, okay," because he has metal ribs, metal in all of his limbs. It's crazy. I don't know how he survived.
Well,
So you said
we know
nothing
his
wrong,
biggest
but I got
weakness at least.
demonetized.
Magnets.
yeah. Damn.
Don't put him close to any magnets.
Yeah.
But he must be so used to it now.
Well, okay, before he died, he had so many medical the guy survived a quadruple bypass. I didn't even know it was possible to get one of those.
Isn't that like that's the burger, right?
Yeah, basically. I mean, well, it comes from eating too many burgers, but sure. He had so many different medical procedures performed on him that before he died, his medical chart was literally 2 feet thick.
Wow.
Given the cost of the medical treatment in the US, that must have cost a lot.
He was an oil engineer, so
Okay, that explains it.
It was also before things got really bad in the cost regard.
yeah.
Wait, so
Like,
he
a
worked for
lot
the
of them
CIA.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
What?
Christ.
That just,
Life's like a box of chocolates, so sometimes
Oh, no,
you become a bionic. Apparently,
No, that quote isn't finished in that movie. I'm convinced because life is like a box of chocolates, and anyone that's had fancy chocolate knows most of it sucks.
okay, yeah.
I mean, you gotta give the guy a little credit. He was retarded, so you know,
Spoons has a very unique outlook on life. Sorry?
Look, one of them tastes great. The other one's full of toothpaste. You know.
what bastard would put toothpaste in?
Someone has liked practical jokes.
Yeah.
Or a dentist.
I mean, you do have mint chocolate, which is disgusting.
Ah,
Don't
it's my
you hate on
favorite,
me.
dude. It's my favorite.
No, it's not.
Every man's entitled
No,
to his opinion so long as he agrees with me.
Yeah. No,
What?
no.
So
hang on.
everyone has to like high elves?
Nah, even I don't like
I don't-
House anymore.
Like, everyone's entitled to be wrong. It's fine.
Yes. I don't agree.
It's so fun to whenever I played my Norse against Kelly and his Elves, like he always bitched about how my armature came up behind him, and he's just kept deploying just enough so I could get a unit behind him.
Damn.
For all the work
Or
I
if
did
you-
on the first guy, I think I can replicate it actually with just dry brushing.
And
But
that's
if
what I
you
said from the
talk-
start. You said I don't like the right rushing.
I know,
But if we
but
talk
like
about
you lose a lot of the texture once you give them the wash. So if I'm gonna end up with washing them anyway,
So did you just hand paint the thing and then it became too blue and you washed it, it became too dark, and now you're dry brushing it back
no, it's
up
a different
again?
one. It's a different one. This is the original. It might require another wash to darken the recesses again, but I think we're okay.
I mean, yeah, it looks fine, right?
yeah, it looks fine.
That's what I'm looking for.
If you talk about having family members that's almost died, my uncle, he was in the military, sent to Afghanistan. His APC hit a landmine. It got thrown up into the air, I think it was a meter, and got thrown out of the road like 2 meters. He told me that there was a big hump in the bottom of the tank. If that hump was got destroyed, basically got through, everyone in the vehicle will be dead. He got to sit down like 2 milliseconds before a metal got rammed right into where he stands before. And the only got was, I think it was some small cuts. That's the thing he's got out of that.
I've led a
To
life
my-
of privilege and I know it.
To my knowledge, I don't have any family members that were in the military. I do know that my grandma's uncle or something worked for some newspaper in, I think, Belgium, and got sent to the concentration camp for it in World War II.
Oh. Damn.
But that's about it that I know.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's just say the family was not happy when he told that.
They wish
And he got to send, I think it was his first operation.
So
Then he told, like, a year after, I'm going back for 6 months again.
we generally keep the conversation relatively wargaming related on here, but I'm gonna give it a heads up, a little warning, everybody. I'm actually very curious on this. So I'm gonna ask some questions, so we might get a little political for a bit. Where are you? No. Like, where are you from?
From Denmark.
What was Denmark doing in Afghanistan?
We was to be in the green zone and help protecting. Basically, I think we took over from the British.
Oh yeah, gee, I did not know Denmark was there.
We were there from basically the start to the end.
To the end, the end. Hell, Canada's still there.
Well, the end of the basically the war against Afghanistan.
Gotcha.
Or against the Taliban. My uncle was on his 3rd trip down there when it happened, and he was supposed to be there for he was getting into the support protection service, something like that. Down there, he was supposed to be there for 4 months. He got down there for 3 weeks after that. He was sent home because it had all stopped. So, but we were there for the start and till basically the end.
It's surprising how little. I guess I was gonna say myself. I guess anyone can know about all that kind of stuff, right?
It's not really that surprising, because is it something you're interested in? Is it something that really happens a lot around you? Do you have family members that's down there? Not?
Not current. No.
Then it's not really that interesting for you. That means you don't really know that much about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it's all published. Like it's not hidden. It's just most people just don't look for it.
Yeah. It's basically, what is it? Out of mind, out of...
Out of
You don't
mind,
see it
out
out
of
of mind?
sight.
Outside of
Out
the
of
mind.
sight, out of mind.
But with him down there all the time, it was hard months just thinking about what could happen, and a lot of... So you watch the news, of course, every time there's something happened with it. And you cherish the moments you can talk on the phone.
I mean,
So yeah.
to be fair, I don't know a whole lot about well, sorry, let me rephrase that. I was never taught a whole lot about what Canada did in World War II. I learned most of that's everything I know. And I don't know what I don't know, obviously. In my 30s, this wasn't taught.
That's weird because Canada contributed a lot.
That's
Like,
why I
Canada was
I legitimately did not know that growing up.
yeah, it was like, they just did small things like shelter most of the Royal Navy, contribute a lot to the Merchant Marine. Just tiny things that are absolutely instrumental for winning wars.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the whole spy thing, right?
Germany also used Canada for like the one weather spying station they had on the American continent. I think it went unnoticed for like 20 or so years before someone even found it. Or
That
even
really
more.
does not surprise me.
No. They thought it was junk when they found it, actually. Until like an old German engineer that worked on it like said, no, wait, that's the weather station.
But it's like Canada is some of the, you can say, there's some of the most friendly people in the area.
Nah,
But if there's war,
I run
there's some
into
of the
Canadians
most.
all day, every day. Not true.
But when there's war, it's some of the people you really want on your side.
I mean, like, yeah, Canada literally got one of the beaches on for Operation Overlord on D-Day in 1944.
So I don't
Like-
want to spread misinformation. Was Canada the only country to get tanks on land? Am I wrong in believing that?
No, the Americans also got tanks on the land.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Were
But
they
I think
first by
the
chance?
American on Normandy only got 2 tanks operational
Yeah.
out of 14 or something like that.
The amphibious Sherman design was not good.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. The problem with it is that they tested in England, of course, but they tested in really calm seas, calm waters. Normandy was not calm.
Yeah, no.
Otherwise, it was a good design, but yeah, it was more useful in the Pacific than it was in the on Normandy.
I recently saw
Okay,
this
thanks,
French
Bambush.
film. Yeah, I recently saw a French film. I want to say it's like from the 90s. That's about that was about the French resistance in the immediate lead up to the Normandy landings, and it was really good.
Yeah, I feel
Um,
bad about all the jokes we make as a society about the French and they surrender and everything. But like,
That's more about bad leadership than the
yeah,
French
exactly.
people.
Like, it's not fair.
And
Like,
it
I'm not
also
gonna stop making the joke.
and
Wait.
it also doesn't help that this message system of the French was basically still a horse and a guy running around.
Hey man, that's the best way to communicate.
I mean, it's
I mean, they
still
had
better
a-
than just the horse running.
Yeah. They had a ton of modernized divisions, but they put them all on like the Maginot Line, so they got caught off and had to surrender. Like all their super modernized, divisions that could have stood up to the Germans if they had proper resupply. Nope, just got cut off.
Yeah.
You'll never get through our line. Okay, we'll go around it.
Yeah, basically.
Again, for the second time, because they did it the first time in the first go around, and it's like, okay, they won't go through Belgium again, right, guys?
Right?
Right.
They won't do the same thing twice in a row.
Promised.
Rommel literally went charged forward, realized he was too far in, turned back, and like captured like 2 or 3 divisions by just going up from behind him, and yelling surrender in his like command mobile, so not even so like a lightly armored car.
I mean, really, didn't the French ever play Hearts of Iron? They should have known not to make such an elementary mistake.
I think
we have to,
French.
go ahead.
The French was pretty good at fighting up until like World War II historically.
The problem you also need to think about: what did French learn of the First World War? What did the British learn? What did everyone learn?
Well, one, we as people, we don't learn. People don't learn. But in honor of Bad Axe, who isn't here, we have to answer Cat Bond's question. Is there any reason not to pig out on rampagers as world leaders? Like, why even bother with Red Butchers or Despoilers? Also, Assault Marines are okay too, Cat Bond. But you were right. But Bad Axe has been saying that for a while. They're melee.
Red Butchers because they're a little bit easier to deep strike.
Oh, Red Butchers are so terrible. I don't like the Red Butchers. They're forced into power axes. That's my big problem with them.
But if they're fun, why should it matter if they're terrible?
Okay, you want here? This is okay. Look it. Can't believe that it's 2022 and so I gotta point this out. Anytime we're having a conversation about miniature wargaming, the conversation will always innately reference a competitive standpoint. It may not be that's the way we're playing, but that's where the conversation goes.
Calm down, Steve.
I mean, okay,
I'm not saying you only have to play competitive, but if we're talking theoreticals here, that's what we mean.
I mean, if Red Butchers costed less, I think there'd be a reason to take them.
No, I disagree. I think you have to be drastically less. I think power axes are so bad. They just like no matter what, they're a liability.
They're bad because right now there's no reason to take them over power swords.
Yeah, they're bad. Like it's a bad weapon.
If they were +2 strength, I think they'd be good. Because then you'd hit, for Red Butchers at least, you'd hit strength 7. Which is...
No. I don't know, man. Maybe. You know what? I'm thinking about it. You're on something there. But right now... Ugh.
Yeah, right now there's no reason to take them. You're right.
It's frustrating. I feel bad for the Red Butchers.
It's like, okay, so first of all, for years you were a stratagem-only unit. The only way you could actually be played is if someone spent a stratagem on you. Now that you're actually getting the Codex entry, you're still bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, baby steps, you know. And about 3 codexes, they might be worth considering, and then you'd still not take them.
I think it's a core rule thing. I also believe that brutal needs a change. Brutal is way too powerful a rule. It makes Thunderhammers far too good, and then makes the bad weapons or the mediocre weapons much worse. Brutal's got I don't know, maybe just go completely.
What people do that love Thunderhammers then?
Thunderhammers are too good.
Because they look cool.
Big old hammer in the future. What if Brutal just gave you the ability to re-roll to wound? Like the double save thing, the double wound thing, it's far too good. And I have me a lot of Thunderhammers, so I want to be able to bring my Dominators without feeling bad. I stand by the Great War.
What is the
actually World
wound
War II.
on the Thunderhammer now?
Yeah, but Volcano Dreads can keep a form of Brutal. Okay, fine. Maybe Thunderhammers should lose Brutal then Volcano. So I'm totally okay with the Dreadnoughts and their form of Brutal, but it's the Thunderhammer is just too superior of a weapon.
What is the wound characteristic of Thunderhammer now?
Thunderhammer is Strength 8, AP 2, Brutal 2, Unwieldy. Oh, I think concussive too.
Okay.
I never talk competitive or bring land ships to vampire armies. Well, look at the land ship isn't terrible. You're probably not going to bring it to a tournament. But let's start crunching the numbers. Let's take this to a competitive conversation. Well, who said the land ship?
I'm just gonna
Gorful.
stick to playing casual.
Gorfum, where did you get your land ship crew? Or did you leave it bare? Because I can find all kinds of STLs for land ships, but not the crew. Maybe if Dominators were... No, cap on. Dominators are 150 points too cheap. I think if you go up 150 points, and I'd still bring the unit. That tells you how drastically overpowered they are. Or undercosted they are, is a better way of saying it. I love this AK interactive drive brush. I love this thing.
Yeah, it's good. But it's a makeup brush, right?
Is it?
I mean, I always buy makeup brushes. They're exactly the same.
I did not know that.
I mean, yeah. But it's very it's very nice to dry brush. Yeah, because the bristles are so super soft.
Yeah, I have a brush like that. It's so good to use as dry brush.
Makeup brush?
Mm-hmm.
How much would this cost in a store if it was a makeup brush?
Probably not as much as what you paid for the AK brush.
Well, this was $10. I find that to be on the cheap end for a brush.
I think in Denmark you get like a brush like that for like $2.
Yeah, probably.
I thought everything was way more expensive over there.
No, that's Norway.
Yeah, Norway is so fucking expensive.
Wait. That's not the same country?
No.
I'm kidding.
Norway is a part of Scandinavia.
Wait,
but if you go like 600 years back,
Scandinavia,
Norway will be under the Danish
isn't
king.
that Middle Earth? That's a real place?
Norway? Yes, it's a real place.
Where do you think all the Californians get their authentic Norwegian spring water?
I think Nestle just mostly drains it from the Rocky
I
Mountains.
find it fascinating that if I go into my analytics and see where my audience is by location, actually, I'm gonna pull it up right now live because you all have the like you're all from the Nordic region. Is that the right way of saying it?
Yeah,
in chat, but like you're like the tiniest margin.
Nordic is Sweden, Norway, Finland, and Denmark. Scandinavia is cut out Finland and add, or no, then it's just Sweden, Norway, Denmark.
Yeah, see if I can get where
Finland is. Okay. Oh, you did it. Finland under that. Yeah.
So keep in mind all the voices in here. There are Nordic mostly. So 25% of my audience is from the States. 17% from the United Kingdom, 6% Germany, and then I get 5% Canada, and I got almost 5% Australia, and then other.
Think about this also, Steve. Canada borders Denmark as one of its closest borders.
But like we got Spain, Italy, Poland, France, then Denmark, the Netherlands, then Russia, then Finland, then New Zealand. Like it's something to do with fantasy.
Well, if you look at stat with the borders, in a way, Denmark and Canada is in a war about a small island. The only way we fight is we go through, put a flag down, put some spirit.
I donate every year to make sure the fight keeps happening. We will not
unfortunately, Steve, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere they ended that fight last year. Took only 30 years, I think.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. The war has ended between Denmark and Canada about a small piece of land.
Once a year, I take a trek up there and still leave a bottle behind. I'll take
That's
my turn.
fine.
I'll
We're
take my
going to
turn.
it.
I'll sit on the planet island. I'll do my
So-
patriotic duty.
It's so funny to think about that we did it like that, but
So
we did.
most people probably have no idea what we're talking about. There is a tiny island way in the far north of Canada that is contested by some other weird, funny-sounding country.
Yeah, the Scandinavians with potatoes in their mouth.
Oh,
The tiny island of Greenland.
you mother truckers.
Wasn't there? I remember reading somewhere that another war ended recently, but it was like a 500-year-long war between some country in Southern Europe and some country in like very northern Europe, because I guess they declared it all the way back, like, and then like they kept merging and stuff, but the actual country titles never got dismissed. So the wars they were in were still intact. So it just lasted for like 526 years until they found the papers and went, oh.
Isn't your country still technically at war with Japan?
Which one was?
Russia is still technically at war with Japan.
Oh,
yeah,
Russia.
Yeah,
Okay.
Russia. Yeah.
I thought it was the States.
And North Korea and South Korea is still at war, technically.
Yeah. Don't worry, Steve. You're in that one too.
I don't think.
Still
Nah.
Yeah, no. Canada was in Korea, still technically at war.
Canada was in Korea? I have no idea what this country's done.
Hey, join the group. I
Canada,
don't know what my country do either.
Canada at that
Canada's
point
very
was
nice
still
about
in
it.
the Commonwealth. So that means that the Canadians, Australians, New Zealand, was India also in
They
Korea.
were, then they left.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the sack. Everybody have a good evening.
You
day,
too.
whatever. Yo.
But there's a lot of stories like that with basically what?
Canada's
You
very
can't
nice
believe
about
it's
it.
real, but it
Come
is.
in,
Yeah.
they come in, they kick your ass, and then they leave, and they don't tell anyone. They're very nice about it.
Oh
We're
yeah, the
shy.
Canadians.
Yeah, and here
Oh.
Sweden and Denmark has like had one of the most wars against one another in the world.
We only have 14 or something like that in like
Uh,
200 years, 300 years.
I think that was just during like 200-year period or something. I don't think they counted what would any wars that had happened before we officially became Sweden, Denmark, and Norway.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like reading about like European religious wars before like
Same.
1700, because
Same.
like most of them are just like everyone is like fighting, and then either Sweden, Denmark, or Norway looks down, goes, I'm going to be cool for about 20 years, and then like one of their leaders goes off, wins every battle, and then just dies. Looking at you, Gustavus Adolphus. Looking
Yeah,
at you.
they still are not sure if it was someone who just got tired of the war or someone who got lucky.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The way he died is they don't know. He just pretty much just dropped dead during during a fight. There are two theories. One is that someone got lucky and just shot him from the enemy side. The other is that someone from the Swedish army just went up and shot him. We know that he got shot, but not by who.
Which was especially weird because he was on like victory number 30 or something. He
Yeah.
was playing Total War on easy difficulty.
Yeah. He literally went down. What was it? He went down, beat up like most of the armies in the 30-year war. There was one where they like had, what was it, like they were literally outnumbered like 10-1 or something, and they beat them with like minimal losses. And that was against one of the German states back, or Prussian states. Holy Roman Empire.
The Flammable Hero, I have been working Bretonian all day. I'm just taking a break to chill, chat, and do like mindless work. I have a bunch of things like these that are on the desk of like how you do when you need a break from other things. And this is something that'll help. Cause like right now, currently the studio, like my Dark Elf army is the smallest by far. A little more options for Luca is always a good thing.
You need to give him more options so that he doesn't have to bring the undead.
You know, on that note, okay, so last night I was working on making lists and stuff for bat reps, like upcoming streams, and I was working on some Empire lists. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I make a list. I'm like, oh, I can still add 1,000 points. Oh, I can still add 500 points. Like everything is ridiculously cheap. Are Empire busted in WaP?
I think it entirely depends on how you play them.
Yeah, but that's any game. Like
Yeah.
a bad player can make an amazing broken army and still lose regularly with them, and vice versa. A good player can win constantly with a bad army. But
Yeah,
I
I don't think they are on the point where it's like everyone considers them, but they probably have their combos.
I'm worried about just like how big the lists are. I'm like, this seems like I'm getting too many tools to play with. Like it's not fair.
The most thing I remember from whenever you guys played them before was that how you had a really hard time how you were gonna charge anyone because of the counter charge so they have.
So Cat Bond, I don't know. It's something worth testing. But yeah, no. When I play the Empire, I won't be using their counter charge out of the book. I'm gonna use my own version. It's gonna nerf it down. So I feel like it's, especially the way I play, it'll end up just being a feel bad for everybody playing against me. And the amount of money I got going into the Empire, I just want to be able to use them.
The two counter charge versions I know of in WaP, I think I also prefer the Norse version, where it's just you move forward a bit, and you counter charging.
Yeah, that's the Norse.
That's the Norse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Norse. Yeah.
They do get more benefits because of the other special rule where you get frenzy as long as you do a
they
charge
have
move or
berserk charge
any
or
other
something
thing
as well.
that's.
Yeah.
I did see a pretty funny, speaking of Norsca, I did see someone model Throg recently with like a top hat and a tea glass.
That was
And it's
Dementia,
like-
right? I want everybody to note that it was Dementia who said Norsca, not me.
Well, I'm used to Norsca.
Same, but
I know
it
it's
jumps down
Norse.
my throat every time I say it.
Yeah, no, it is Norse now. I understand and acknowledge that. I also refuse to acknowledge it.
Fair. I respect that too.
But it was like
Honestly,
Throg,
I think I also
like-
said that.
but it was Throg with like a top hat and like monocle and little teacup, because that's how he talks in the lore. And then Creative Assembly went, "Oh, he's just another troll, right?" No.
Norsca, hold on. Flammable Hero has never been wrong. He just said it's been updated to Norsca.
I'm on it.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I still haven't looked at it since the update. I started doing him some basement instead.
I want to set up an interview with him.
It
Matthias.
says Norsca on Warhammer's Army Project. You
Are
can be
they-
smug now.
What are they? Are they destruction? Are they what are they?
They're
Unaligned. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a few seconds here, and I'm gonna look at my. Oh, the book looks cool. The cover looks cool.
Just be ready for a lot of wolves.
Okay. Sorry.
He took out most of the Viking stuff and added wolves.
I'm gonna take a quick detour from painting. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna real quick get the Agrex on these guys actually, so everything dries the same pace. And then we're gonna look at the Norsca book. When did it come out?
Like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe. At
All right,
most.
we're doing a live review, everybody.
Maybe
Yeah,
chop the
good.
recording in half so you can upload it separately.
or just copy part of it later on when you edit it?
Say that again. The recording.
Either stop the recording and restart it for the review, or just.
Oh no, I record these in entirety because I chop them up and re-upload them later on the other channel.
Okay, sweet.
The Votann review didn't happen. I didn't re-upload it because the audio was bad, and I had to order a new mic. I should go back and redo that Votann one. I just remembered right now, actually. A little late now, but I don't think anybody cares about my opinions anymore.
Put a post-it note on your screen with it.
Yeah, well, every time you see me reach down and grab my phone, I'm actually writing down a timestamp.
Mm.
I will say, I think just looking at this, this army book, it feels inspired by. It feels like he was playing a lot of them in Total War Warhammer, because. I mean, like, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I play that game, I have the most fun as Norsca.
I don't have time for it. I will make time for Darktide, but I do not have time for. Is the other channel made yet? Yes, it's called Voice of the Mountain. It's hard to find because there's like almost no videos on it, but there's a link in the description of this channel, or of this video actually.
The fun thing is, I remember asking him and the others in the WaP Discord last year about the chariots and why they don't have any, and now they got one.
Oh, good, because I recently, well, not much of it won't work. I recently ordered a bunch more Warriors of Chaos. And if I like this book, we'll paint them as Norse instead. Okay, so...
hope you got them. You don't have any with armor, then?
No, they don't. Oh, well, I have mostly... It's all Marauders.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the War Herd. Actually, we should probably just timestamp this, because even though I'm not going to do it like a regular review, because I want to have a conversation about it, I'll just chop this separately for people who want to watch this separately. I have a note called Pickled Things. It's important to keep.
Here's the best.
I don't want to leave my Pickled Things note. How long is this review? 1 hour 41. Okay. So the Norse Herd, H-I-R-D, am I saying that right? Herd?
Probably.
Okay, we got Blood Rage. Whenever a model with a special rule makes a successful charge, including a counter charge, pursuit, and overrun, they are subject to frenzy in the following round of combat. I'm out.
That's pretty much just another.
Go frenzy yourselves.
I'm out.
That's pretty much just he has renamed that skill. That's exactly what they had before.
Hate frenzy.
How do you think I could get 7 attacks with just my Jarl before at strength 5?
Great. So instead, you can have only 6 attacks and not lose the game because you ran to Bad's position.
Oh no, they had
only the following round of close combat, so you lose it when you're out of that close combat.
No, but overrun happens in close combat. But I like where your mind's at.
You can technically have it for 2 turns if you break the first unit and then overrun into the next.
True, but no, it's the reason why I don't like frenzy is only because if you like wipe somebody out or whatever, or you have to pursue, you can't reform to fate. Like it can get you into a bad position, which costs you games. All right, let's move on. We have Fur Cloak, 6 up natural armor save against missiles. Cool. Counter charge. I'm going to assume it's exactly the same as before, but I better read it. A unit with the majority of the models with this special rule can declare a counter charge as a charge reaction if they are charged to the front by an enemy that has more than its movement's value away from the Norse unit. So humans have to charge more than 4 inches away, and you can counter charge. Before the enemy roll their new charge distance, the Norse may take a leadership test. If failed, treat the charge reaction as a hold. If passed, the Norse unit moves 2d3 forward using the random movement special rule, but stopping within 1 inch of enemy units. The enemy then rolls their charge distance and completes the charge as normal. If the charge is successful, then both units count as having charged. Cool. I actually kind of like that. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but it sounds fluffy as...
Essentially, I think it might be 1 or 2 words that's been changed, but it's pretty much the same as before.
All right, so we're looking at the war leaders, the king and the jarl. They are human lord stats. with +1 weapon skill. So we have a human lord with the king is weapon skill 7 and the jarl is weapon skill 6. They have blood rage and countercharge. Those are the 2 rules we already talked about.
They lost to their strength 5. That's one of the big thing.
Oh yeah, you're right. They did. So Seers, we have human wizard stats that are wizards. I can't say this for it, but I'll try. Vicky?
Vitki.
Say again?
Or that's how I used to say it. It was called.
Say it again?
Yeah, Vitki.
Vicky? Okay. Vicky.
Vitki.
Vitki.
Yeah.
It's a wizard. You can use lore of fire, a great lore, lore of beast, a great lore, lore of heavens, a great lore, lore of shadow, a great lore, lore of death, a great lore, and lore of, oh my god, Sedir? Sedir?
Oh no, that's the one that got taken away. So he's just missed that.
Oh, it's not there anymore?
No, that one got taken away.
Okay. So
they also have a really fun magic item, which so you can just get all of the lores.
we got skulls. We got our bards.
Yeah.
The musician can do a music. Can you do a song? The skald can choose one of the following songs or tales to tell his unit. A unit can only be affected by each of the ability once per battle and once per turn. Each effect lasts till the start of the next Norse turn. The Ballad of the Three Heroes. All Mauls in the unit have +1 attack. Awesome.
Yeah.
The Tale of Beowulf. All Mauls in the unit gain stubborn and immediate psychology. Amazing. The War Chant of Huntlaf. All Mauls in the unit gain +1 to wound.
Yeah. I always put him and my Jarl with the Huskarls, so it's just either you have really good to wound on the first turn, or you get a lot of fucking attacks.
So Flammable Hero, if you're collecting data and bugs, I got some. Somewhere in this book it says you should nerf the undead, fix orc magic, and deal with the counter charge on the Empire. And it's right there under Scald. Write it down.
I will say I am disappointed that the Scald, because they're a musician, can't be a BSB.
They used to be the BSB.
Yeah, even though it says in the paragraph immediately above the actual unit cap, when the Call of War is sounded, the Scald bears the banner. So it literally calls them the banner bearer and then says, nope, they can't. They explicitly cannot.
He's changed it now. They used to be the BSB, but now I think it is the Jarls that is it.
So we have a unit called there's some really good art. Like Matthias, like he crafts a nice book.
Oh yeah,
it's
like
beautiful.
The lore part was why it took like 2 extra months.
I bet. No, I bet like they're like he puts a lot of work into these for damn sure. We have a Beastmaster. He's a human hero with weapon skill 5, so the human hero. Blood Rage.
That's a new one.
He's a Beastmaster rule. He can join wolves, ice wolves, or snow trolls. And they gain devastating charge. But you can never be the army general. I think I like it. Bondsmen, I'm assuming, are the basic troop choices. Human stats. They're just human stats.
On the next 4 all just the different kinds of humans.
Marauder, human stats, weapon skill 4. The Reaver, human
Reavers
stats,
are the really good
4.
ones. Oh wait, they lost their good ones. No, they have it. Ambush is this real good thing with them.
So all what I expect to be core units seem to be the same-ish so far.
Yeah, it's just the equipment and maybe 1 or 2 special rules. That's
I don't like that you did this. We'll have to see the points. There's a thrall unit here. It's like a slave type unit.
Yeah, they don't count towards your core choice.
Yeah. Okay,
like,
I think
expendable is always fun to have just 1 or 2 units of those. Just like going, hey, I don't care if these guys rout, go ahead. The rest of my army does not care.
Interesting. My mouse stopped working? What the hell?
Is it a wireless mouse?
No, it's working again. But whatever. Okay, we have Valkyries. Oh, I thought they were removed.
No, they were changed from. How did you jump?
Valkyries? Yeah. How did you jump all the way down there? You missed like
I'm skipping all the things that we're going to talk about when we get to the context of points. I'm stopping on things that have special
yeah.
rules.
Yeah, Valkyries were made. It was changed from a unit into a hero.
All right, so it's a hero. Smart. Okay, we have leadership 8 with a 6-inch inspiring presence range with a fly 10 municipality countercharge. Okay, I'm just
They
looking at
lost
special rules. That
all of their stuff. They lost so much.
The Ulfwurner, the werewolves. We have war beasts with movement 7. Their regeneration. They look the same. I can't remember if they had regeneration before, but they look the same. Wolves, werewolf chariot, ice wolves.
Exactly the same.
Skin wolves are still here. No rules worth reading right now. Werebeast. Or werebeasts weren't there before, right?
No, like I said, he added like 5 new wolf units.
Yeah. Snow trolls
Like-
were here before. Frost
like-
giants was here before. The cursed Etten. That's new.
Uh,
Stubborn regeneration 5 up. Wow. Okay, we're gonna talk about this guy when we get to points.
You can also give them upgrades.
Oh man, you get 2-headed. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna check the points in this thing, but this thing is already just a way better
yeah.
giant because it has the regeneration save.
Ice Drake got a bit reworked. It lost its it got instead of its aura, it's got like ice attacks.
So okay, the Ice Drake has only natural armor 4 up, but it's fly 5 instead of fly 7.
8.
And it has I'm sorry, I meant to say thank you. It has fly 8. No, flammable hero, the half giants being removed are a problem for me. Because you know what? Hold on, be right back.
Flame, but they did not really go from a magic casting unit. They had an innate bounce spell for regrowth, but that was the only thing. They were still the killers in close combat.
I bought these files and printed these guys up to my half giants because they look. It's not good resin to see because it's clear resin. But they have the exact same Marauder look and clothing thing. They're gonna go into my. Oh, either way, moving on. Okay.
You can use them for
Nor's armor saves.
another. You can use them for a new man-eater unit.
The War Mammoth is still here, which is fantastic. Eric Redax, the name characters. There's Strumjarl. I think he was there in the last book.
Yeah, he was.
Eorl Thunderhand, I don't think was in the last book.
He was. Then Wolfclaw wasn't.
Loki Lawson, I think he's new. We have
No,
a bunch of name
he's
characters.
same.
I don't really care about them. I've never cared about name characters. Oh, I like the idea of the Yora and Bjorn, like them. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, those are really fun.
So these sagas, sagas are like character upgrades. 35 points. Saga of the Fearless Leader. The character in a unit they join roll 3d6 for all leadership tests and discard the highest result. Really good. That's kind of expensive at 35 points, I think. I don't think I'd ever spend 35 points on that, to be honest with you.
So it's pretty much cold-blooded.
I know, but does it come out of your magic item allowance?
If you can look down, I don't think so.
Okay, we'll have to look into that when we get to the actual character.
No, it is from the magic item.
Yeah, I'm never, ever gonna pay 30. But that's my play style. I'm never gonna pay 35 points for cold-blooded on a lord or a character. Saga of the Ever-Vigilant for 30 points. Model on foot with shield only. The character gains a parry 6-up rule, and enemies suffer -1 to hit them all in close combat. Okay, so I'm gonna assume he means it stacks with the existing parry for heavy model and shield.
Yes, it would. But
peanuts.
What?
He's just here in chat. He's just here in chat. I like saying his name. Saga of the Relentless Warrior for 30 points. The character gains +1 attack for every enemy model and base contact with them when it's their turn to strike. I would pay points for that. Absolutely. I like that. 30 points seems really good.
Especially if you put it on a guy who's on a War Mammoth. Then you're like in contact with
Oh.
a whole bunch of people. And just...
we have Saga of the Shining Hero. The model gains Inspired Apprentice ability with a 6-inch range. It's taken by the general. The Inspired Apprentice's range increased by 6. Alright, put that on a mammoth if you could put a guy on a mammoth and make that 24 inches. I'd pay 25 points for that.
They added so that the Jarls and stuff like that can actually go on the Mammoth now.
We have Saga of the Beast Slayer. The model gains immunity terror. In addition, they gain +1 to hit and wound when fighting war beasts, monstrous beasts, or monsters in close combat. I would never ever take this, but I love that it's there for narrative and stuff like that. That thing's awesome. Saga of the Eternal Warrior for 20 points. Once this model is reduced to 0 wounds, roll D6 on a 4+. The model remaining fights with 1 wound. This has no effect against killing blow or other attacks that would instantly. I like it. I don't know if I've ever rolled 20 points, but I like the idea of it. I would never take it.
Red Dax used to have that, or a version of that.
I think he still does. I saw it on his stat block.
We have Saga of the Glorious Hunter for 15 points, a model on foot only. After deployment, but before the first turn begins, select a single character or monster in your opponent's army. This is the character's primary quarry. The character may reroll, fail to hit, and to wound rolls against the primary quarry in close combat with missile attacks. Oh.
So, wait, what?
Okay, we'll see if that applies. We look at magic items and characters and all that kind of stuff. Okay, we have Artifacts of the Gods. We have a 100-point magic weapon, the Crusher. So before I even read this, historically, a 100-point magic item has had 0 value. Never taken, even in a fun game, the character just dies before they use it. So there has never been a 100-point weapon that's been usable. Does anybody disagree with that?
I never even seen a 100-point item.
Every book's had one. The Rune thing used to be 100 points. The Axe of the Last WaP, I think, was 100 points. There's been, they've never been good. It's a great weapon. Attacks made with the Crusher may reroll failed to wound rolls and have multiple wounds D6 special rule. In addition, once per game, the wielder can throw the hammer up to 12 in the shooting phase, causing D6 strength 4 hits, ignores armor. I would not in any way pay 100 points for that. No way, no how.
Yeah.
I pay 50 points. I pay 50 points, but I wouldn't pay 100.
Caveman, do you think that would be a good series? Caveman suggests that there's post refreshment review. I think I would make enemies. I think I would try to be funny and end up just being mean. The Swaying Spear for 85 points. I'm already never going to take this. It's a weapon for 85 points. Spear/javelin. All close combat attacks and missile attacks made with the Swaying Spear always hit a 2+, and have the heroic killing blow special rule. I mean, if it was 50 points, I would consider taking a hunter or something, but 85 points. Tearfang, a 65-point magic item. All these weapons are Lord-only items so far. Tearfang gives the wielder +1 to hit in close combat, and ignores armor saves and flaming attack special rules. Okay. This weapon ignores the flaming attack special rule?
Yes.
The wielder does not kill at least one opponent in each round of close combat he's in. They suffer 1 wound, which ignores armor saves and regeneration saves as the sword strikes his wielder instead. Okay, well, there better be a 35-point item that can keep a character alive long enough to use this, because that weapon seems like a liability that I'm never going to risk. All right, we have another item for Lords only. It's 55 points. It's the Armor of Beowulf. Medium armor. The model wearing this armor gains +1 to wound. Oh, gains +1 wound and regeneration 4+. That's pretty good for 40. That's a steal for 55 points.
Yeah, it's pretty. I know there's I think this Armor Fortune that is pretty much the same thing, just less regen 5+ or something.
The Armor of Destiny is 50 points for 4 per generation.
Oh yeah, you don't get a +1 wound.
We have the Shield of Sylvan. I think I'm saying that correctly. 30 points. For each successful armor save or ward save the bearer makes, the model attacking him suffers -1 to their weapon skill on attacks until the end of the next turn. No. No, thank you. The Gleaming Torque. 40 points. A model equipped with the Gleaming Torque adds +1 to their leadership. In addition, all models in base contact with the bearer must pass a leadership test at the start of each close combat phase. If failed, they will be unable to attack and will be hit automatically.
The next one is the most fun one for me.
I like the Gleaming Torque. It's Talisman. We have you like the next one? The Bone of Olin.
Yeah.
It's a 15-point arcane item. Once per magic phase, the wizard gains an additional spell from the lore available to them. Choose the lore and roll d6. But it's random. It's random.
Yes, but you pick the lore, but you get any spell from it. So you can, if you put on a level 2 guy, you can get the 6 spell.
Yeah, I'm probably buying it every time.
Yeah, I have so
I'm
far.
buying it every time. I don't like the random, but it's 15 points. I'm buying it every time.
Mhm.
We have the Girdle of Might. It's 70 points. Okay, these lord level characters better be worth it. The Girdle of Might doubles the strength characteristic of anybody wearing it. Okay, that's actually 70 points.
That would make
Strength 8.
strength 8, yeah. Strength 8 with a great weapon.
I can spend 40 points for the Ogre Blade and be strength 6 and be as effective in almost every scenario. Mark Barrios, I'm glad you drove home safely. Mark is the guy who got the Votann. He had to play against them. Okay, we have the Hollering Horn, a 50-point enchanted item. One use only. The horn can be used at the start of the Norse player's own turn. When the horn is sounded, all Norse units within 12 will move forward to the nearest foe using the random move D6 special rule. In addition, all units within 12 must take an immediate pet. That's broken good. That's amazing. What the hell?
Okay, I need to put that in some armies.
That is a 100% auto include no matter what. Because you random move, you can charge, right? You just march up 8, random move in.
Yeah.
Or you have fast cavern to the flank. You can surround a unit and horn your guys all in. That sounded weird, but you know what I meant.
Hey, my standard for my core is just 3 units in ambush, 3 cav units.
Okay, and we have the Rave. Oh, well, I have 30 Rodder Horsemen I plan on using for these guys. So we have the Raven Banner for 60 points. The unit carrying the Raven Banner causes fear, and all friendly units within 12 gain immunity, fear, and panic. For 60 points? I think that means it has to be in a BSB, so that makes it never going to be taken, I think. I think if this item was 50 points, I'd like it a lot more. I freaking love the horn. Okay, so the magic items were pretty standard, what we're used to. A bunch of things I would never take. One that's just amazing and a bunch of things I would use. But that's standard for every time there's a magic item thing, right?
Yeah.
Pretty standard here. I like it. More good
The
artwork, more good artwork. Okay,
only one thing I got to say about the Horsemen, Steve. They got the restriction where you have to have they can't be more of the horsemen than you have of just standard infantry.
What?
So you have to have 1 unit of infantry for 1 unit of horsemen.
Oh, that's right. You had that rule before too.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be a problem. I plan on doing a horde type thing when I do mine up.
Yeah.
And this is making me want to work on it sooner than later.
Though I saw that both the thralls and werewolves have now counts towards your choruses.
So, actually, I'm thinking about doing this in big old oil. Okay, anyways, we're moving on to the actual models and their points stuff. We're gonna skip all named characters because there's too much there to get into. Okay, so we'll start off with the king. We have a human lord level stat for 105 points, but he has weapon skill 7. Blood rage and counter charge comes with light armor.
Yeah.
Spear, additional hand weapon or great weapon can be chosen. You take throwing axes, a shield, or for a cloak. You can upgrade to medium armor, war horse, war wolf chariot, war mammoth. So far, it looks like this guy is going to be easy to kill if he's in melee. He doesn't look very resilient.
Usually, you'd be surprised. I've survived a lot with him.
Yeah,
and
but I mean,
you can.
Is there anything
make him
specific to this book that made him survivable? Or is he as survivable as every other Lord level character that can only take medium armor and not barding?
Well,
my save is going to be mediocre.
Yeah, no, that you can't get any better than medium armor for this
This guy's got he's got a 4 armor save without magic items. So wait,
you almost always have to take the armor of Beowulf on him.
I just remembered that you can't take like armor silver steel because you can't take heavy armor.
No, my stand is pretty much armor of Beowulf and what is the bone blade, and then just run up and kill anyone.
I don't know, man. I think Dimension's right. I think you need the Beowulf armor, but I'm with you. I'm hearing what you're saying. What did your brother say? Oh my! You could, guys, keep in mind I can't. I'm focusing on the book. I'm not seeing the chat, so it's at me if you want me to read it. You could take the saga and give the better parry, and -1 to hit the glittering scales, and then take a ward talisman. You know what? That's not.
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's the thing. You should be able to
and
pay your half giants.
like I said, as long as you have a Skald in your army, and give him additional hand weapon, you go up to 7 attacks in the first turn of the charge.
Okay.
That's my stand. Just charge in, +1 attack with a frenzy, and then kill anything.
Flammable hero. When we get to the snow trolls, if these things line up to them, I'm gonna bump this up to a high priority project. Okay. Next is the Vitki. We have the 165 points Lord level wizard. 35 points to get to level 4. Can buy a fur cloak.
Hey, they can actually take some fucking armor now.
Well, they have lit armor.
No, they.
Interesting.
Huh, they got armor now.
All right, heroes. We have name character, 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 name character. Okay, we have a Jarl. Basic stuff. Nothing to talk about here.
Yeah.
Seer, nothing to talk about. Seer does not come with light armor.
No.
Later, Mark. Have a good one, my dude. Beastmaster does not come with light armor. 35 points though. I like the Beastmaster a lot. The Skald is only 70 points. I love the Skald. The Valkyrie is 70 points. Light armor and shield, fly 10, immunosecology, messenger of the gods, countercharge.
So let's say they lost their medium armor, they lost their magic spear, they lost ethereal and unstable. By that, they lost regrowth, the innate bound spell.
I think you still gain a lot for this model, though.
Yeah. Ulf Jarl is still overpriced, and
I was about to say exactly that. I don't think I want to spend 105 points on this.
No, I have never taken him, even though I want to.
Well, the hidden thing can be fun to play around with, but all right, let's talk about core units. We have bondsmen, so I'm gonna assume these guys go on 25 mil squares, or do we? Are we
20?
20?
Yeah.
Okay, so 20 mil bases, blood rage countercharge, hand weapon and shield, 5 points a model, spears for 1 point. You can replace shield with bows for 2. Light armor for 1. Fur cloaks for half a point.
The intent was to have them be like the bow unit for the army.
I'm just going to assume that they're 5.5 points per model because I'm always going to take fur cloaks on them.
Why?
Because in a cheap infantry unit like this, I prefer to have a tiny bit more resiliency. And for half a point, once you get the unit size to around 20 or so, once you get above 20, it actually starts to matter. Sure, it's just 1 extra point.
Okay, let me give you my rundown of these bondsmen. I think this is a terrible unit. I think I would never ever put points into this. Let me explain. Its combat abilities are not there. Its chaffing abilities, it's paying way too many points for it. Like, we're talking 2 points more. Well, no, I'm not gonna talk about undead. 1 point more than a standard human for cheap throwaway stuff. Same points as an orc fighter, without toughness 4, without choppas, and they can't fight for shite. Yeah, I don't see any value to this model other than chaff. I'm looking down at the Marauder right underneath it. Same 5 points. Weapon skill 4. I think weapon skill 4 is huge.
Marauders is pretty much the go-to if you want great weapons. I personally always
can they take great weapons? They can take great weapons this time. Okay, because they couldn't in the last one, right?
No, they were the ones that could take it.
Oh, the ones that could take it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Bondsman's pretty much has only got the bows. That's their upgrade for this in this now. The other ones are pretty much the same as they were before.
Worth them
maybe
points.
some point change, but that's it.
I think Marauders feel a little expensive for me, but okay. So we're talking light armor and shield. No, they don't come with shields. Ooh, Marauders are expensive. No, what's going on here? So you want a Marauder with light armor and shield? We're talking 7 points. If we want a Marauder with a great weapon, each 7 points. And half a point for fur cloaks, so we need the fur cloaks to stay alive from all the shooting. I don't hate them. I don't hate them. Maybe they're worth it when you put them on the table, right?
For me, I think it's still the Reavers that are the go-to core unit.
Reavers here look amazing. Reavers are Marauder stats. They're better than Marauders. Okay, we have human stats for Reavers, but they have weapon skill 4 and leadership 8. 7 points a model. They come with shields. They also have ambushers. This is a core troop with ambushers.
You want to give them throwing access.
I agree. I would make all my units Reavers. So command is normal. Okay, additional hand weapons for 1 point per model, or throwing axes 1 point per model. I'd probably do both. You can play light armor and fur cloaks. So throwing axes, light armor and shield, or throwing axes, additional hand weapon. I love the Reavers. I'm worried they're gonna get nerfed.
If you want to get both of them, and I wouldn't take fur cloaks on them, I would just stick to light armor.
I like the idea of fur cloaks though. I'm with Dementia on that, but it's only half a point per model. We can spare something, right?
Yeah, but remember, with all of it, you will go up to about 10.
Oh, for sure. For sure. It'll add up fast. So we have Whalers as core as well. They're 6 points. They're basic human stats. They come with javelins and they're skirmishers. I love this unit.
The problem with them is they aren't scoring.
I don't think that matters, but why do you bring that up? And where does it say they're not scoring?
Skirmisher.
Right. I don't think that matters. I like it. Because javelins are quick to fire, right? With the 12 inch range. I like these guys. Get around and go hunt things. 6 points per model. I probably would even buy them shields so that nobody wants to shoot out. So I would pay 70 points for 10 whalers all day long with shields. Thralls at 3 points. This is what I don't like. These thralls make bondsmen redundant. They have the expendable rule, and they come with slings. Their weapon skill 2, blitz skill 2, who cares? Their leadership 5, but the flavor in the unit is leadership 7, 3 points a model. Come on. They can have spears or javelins for free?
Yep.
Nah, these thralls make bondsmen obsolete. I don't like that this is here. Like, even the Dark Elves have the slave unit. I don't like these 3 point trash units.
Like I said, the thing before was that they did not count towards your core. So that's...
Dang.
So yeah.
Yeah, these thralls I don't like. I think they're, you spam thralls and win. Norse horsemen are core. You can have not more horsemen than a unit of bondsmen, marauder, or reavers. What you probably should have done is take reavers out of that, but I like the reavers are in there. So we have fast cav with shields. They can have spears for a point, throwing axes for a point, javelins for a point, light armor for a point, and for cloaks for half a point. 13 points a model. I'm gonna bring 30 of these. Send you a link in Discord. Not important to the conversation, but if you're curious about your recommendations for WaP, you should check it out. Yeah, I'll take a look. I want to set up an interview with Matthias the one day, Family Hero. Wolves. I bought 4 or 6 boxes of wolves. 9-inch move. They're kind of worth it. 30 points for a little skirmishing, or not skirmishing, a little thing to go out and do work for you. Wolves, I think, are gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Huskarls as a special unit. These are your better fighters. We are 10 points per model.
These are pretty much your go-to unit for...
Yeah, this is my general's unit, right? Their weapon skill 4 and strength 4, leadership 8. They have the shield wall and stubborn special rule. Can you tell me what shield wall does? I don't want to scroll back.
It used to be that depending on which facing you were shot at, you got more out of your shields.
Right, we're gonna have to go back and
now it is... Here it is. All models with this special rule gain an additional +1 to their armor save against missile attacks to their front and sides. So it went from pretty much having, it's actually got better, I think, than because it used to be +1 to the sides, +0 to the +1, an extra additional +1 to the front, nothing to the side, and if you, depending on if you moved or not.
So
If
an
you did not
additional
move,
plus. Okay.
it should be if you did not move at all, you got the +1 to your parry saves too. So they
Okay.
lost that.
The way I see this, I'm looking at a unit. Okay. I'm looking at a unit of High Elf Spearmen with 1 less movement, 1 less initiative, and 1 more strength for less points.
There you have the wording if you want to read it.
Oh, it's good. I got you. I believe you. I'm just kidding. So 10 points seems like a pretty good point level for Huskarls. We'll probably have a big
They
spot
went
of them for
down in
sure.
points.
What's that?
They went down. I'm pretty sure they used to be 11.
I think they were 12 actually, but it's been a while since I looked at that book. We have Berserkers for 11 points a model. Basically same stats as the Huskarls, but they're also toughness 4. They come with Fur Cloak. They have Frenzy and Devastating Charge. They can be skirmishers for free. They can have additional hand weapons or great weapons. What do I want to use these for? They're toughness 4.
Yeah, they lost their big rule with where you pretty much had to re-roll all successful to hits or to wounds on them.
I like the idea of these Berserkers, but I just don't know what I would use them for.
I mean, I would be tempted to put an infantry hero in there with the sole purpose of just being my damage dealer.
Yeah, I don't know if that's maybe I have to play a bit, but I don't know if it fit in my overall philosophy how to play these guys. But again, I never played the game, or with these guys anyway.
Oh yeah, one other big difference with them now is that now it's minimum 10. Before it was max 10 in a unit.
Got it. So it can be a whole freaking squad. Because I was thinking about those tiny little things, but this can be a whole squad. Okay,
Yeah,
so let's relook at these guys. So we had 11 points a model for strength and toughness 4. They have frenzy, but they come with shields.
Charge.
Devastating charge. I kind of like them.
Yeah, they got devastating charge and they lost their blood. The thing.
I do suspect that when you have to start shaving points, this is where you have to shave them, though. Something's got to go, right? We have Shield Maidens next for 7 points a model. Human stats with weapon skill 4, initiative 4. They have the shield parry special rule. What does that do?
Yeah. It's similar to. It's a lighter version of the shield wall. Give me 1 second, but they are pretty much core unit in the special.
Yeah, I don't think shield maidens have any value.
Yeah, they shield wall or shield parries. They may re-roll parry saves.
Yeah, I don't like it. Useless. I don't think there's any value to shield maidens. Brother points out the berserkers don't have any hand weapons, so I'm gonna say they can't attack. My rule. Yeah, definitely are supposed to attack. We have hunters in special. We have scout skirmishers with bows, 11 points a model. Yep. Like auto includes, as far as I'm concerned. Foreigner, 16 points a model. Movement 7, weapon skill 5, strength toughness 4.
These guys are really fun to play around with.
So, Fear and Frenzy. Regeneration of 5 up, but 16 points a model. I think it's the Frenzy that I'm worried about. They're only leadership 7. I think they're a liability.
I've used them and they have turned the tide of games really fucking good.
I just feel that if my opponent brought them, I would use them to my advantage. Did somebody get kicked out?
There was a sudden silence and then gone. I'm wondering if War Master had a connection issue or something.
No, War Master went to bed.
Oh.
Skin Wolves are 38 points a model, counter charge, Frenzy, regeneration 5 up, 3 wounds a model, toughness 4. Frenzy, leadership 7, though. That's the thing.
I don't think it's as much of a problem on monstrous beasts
But
because
okay, no, hold on. Let me give you the example. Okay, there's a unit of skin wolves. No, it's so bad. It's so bad, dude. Okay, we got a unit of skin wolves or whatever, and I'm like, I don't want them. They're fast enough. These skin wolves are wolf to get around me and get flank threats on me. I don't want to deal with that. I'm gonna go throw a tiny whatever unit out so that they have to declare a charge 50-50, right? Leadership 7. That's like 45-55. If they fail it, they've wasted their turn, or they made it, killed that little chaff unit, and has to overrun because of frenzy, and now I got them next turn. I can't ever look at frenzy tactically serious.
maybe, I'm going to say it, maybe if the entire army is frenzied, right?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden it becomes,
Yeah, but at
I
that
can't
point,
do this.
You're not playing the
Steve.
game. You're running forward and hoping for the best.
Steve, remember, Norse, as long as you have countercharge, or it is the, what's it called now? Where's the book there? Blood Rage.
Yeah.
You get frenzy every time you charge.
Yeah, but if my opponent is playing Norse, I can't force a frenzy check on the bondsmen or the marauders because they don't have frenzy, they have blood rage. Like, it's significantly better. These skin wolves, these Wolfnir have frenzy.
Your favorite word?
But Space Marines Bob Ray is when you don't know what to do, that's what you do. Okay, we got Werewolf Chariots. Strength 5, Toughness 4. Only a 6-up armor save chariot. That's rough. Wow. There's not even light armor. This is a 6-up armor chariot. This thing is 75 points of getting a shot to death right away. But it does move 8. It has spears, javelins, scythes, 2 werewolves. Werewolves are 1 strength 3 attack each. 75 points? What's he thinking?
Yeah. It would have been better if it was the Ice Wolves that pulled it.
Like, okay, so I'd probably still bring them because I love freaking chariots, but these werewolf chariots they're a threat, but they're going to get shot to death. They're never going to charge.
I feel some things
right above them.
I feel some things get overcosted just because it's an additional play style for the army. Like, you're paying a tax to have more variety, as it were.
Oh no, for sure. Oh no, for sure. Because you start playing the game, and then so what Spoons means. I'll try to articulate is you have to take into consideration. I'm going to play with this army. What if these 8-inch move chariots and are just enough of a threat to draw a lot of firepower that the rest of your army is just running up the field? And now I'm bringing them every time, every game, because they do something else that's not quantifiable in this review. 100% that's a thing. That's absolutely a thing. We're just talking about basic numbers here, and
Total War was mentioned.
I have never played this
earlier,
book. This thing might be amazingly overpowered for all I know.
Honestly, I think if you want something like that, then the Ice Wolves is going to be better.
I mean, 40 points a model, movement 9, strength 5, toughness 4, weapon skill 4, 3 wounds with ice attacks. 40 points model, minimum 3 in a squad, 120 points. You're going to get 9 toughness 4 wounds, movement 9, ice attacks.
Yeah, and ice attacks is all strikes last and something else, I think.
Okay, we got rare. We have a Were Beast for 170 points. Frenzy, Hatred, Raging Beast, Regeneration 5 up, Unbreakable, Toughness 5, 4 wounds, 170 points. Not liking it, but I'd play it for fun. It's like Hard Body. Like, he's not a good choice, but you bring him every now and then.
Oh, the Raging Beast.
The Chariot can countercharge. That's a good point, Flammable Hero. The Chariot can countercharge.
Oh, the Raging Beast means that you can never flank or rear charge the Were Beast.
Yeah, to me it seems very similar to a Hard Body guy.
And you can upgrade it some.
Flammable Hero, I'm getting sad. Next one is Snow Trolls. Movement 6, Weapon Skill 3, Ballistic Skill 1, Strength 5, Toughness 4, 3 wounds, Initiative 2, 3 attacks. Monster Symmetry. They have Armor Piercing 1. They have Frenzy. They have Frost Breath. They have Regeneration 4+, and Stupidity. If it wasn't for the Frenzy, damn, I'd use it as Snow Trolls.
The Frost Breath is 1 automatic strength 4 hit, ignores armor saves, and ice attack special rules.
No, that's good. No, I don't care. That's good. No, that's good. Sorry, I take it back. They have ice attacks. I'm gonna start run them up the center. Oh, you can't take full command.
Breath.
I have a banner and a horn here, Flammable Hero. I have a banner and a horn. Nope, can't
Well,
use
now
them.
you got 2 new weapons to bash people with.
Yeah.
Man, ice attacks is kind of awesome.
I mean, and if you put the Beastmaster in there for stupidity,
I don't know
Yeah.
how I don't know how multiple base size works in WaP. What happens if you put
if you can't rank up with them, they just stay on the side.
what happens for like Lukosur? Is there any Lukosur
Automatic.
it's still automatic?
Yeah.
And your bases are different?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like it.
No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not entirely sure on that one, though.
Okay, so let's look
I'm
at the
90% sure that it's automatic for depending on in this case.
Well,
It might
you
be
can't
that-
look out at the units larger. Yeah, that's how it is in most other editions. Oh well. All right, the Froststrike, 175 points. We have a giant
Oh, but
stats.
then in that case, the trolls would be able to look at her for the Beastmaster since he is on a smaller size.
Okay, so a Frost Giant can take a shield, additional hand weapon, or a great weapon. You can also take medium armor. So we have a giant that can have a 4-up armor, 3-up against shooting, for cheaper than what I'm paying for my giant. He doesn't fall over. He doesn't have random attacks. The hell?
He got reworked a lot.
I
He used
think
to
this
be.
giant, especially the way I play, is an auto include.
Yeah, they changed how the Frost Giants work. I wonder if they still have the other rules that they used to have.
Remember,
Giants only
giants
applies to
are
the same
money.
troop type. That's right. Okay, so Cursed Etten for 210 points. We have Leadership 7 Stubborn, Regeneration 5 up, a bunch of upgrades. You know what? I'll probably use it because it looks fun. But that Frost Giant looks. Oh, there's more. What the hell? We went to rare and we're going to special again.
Then
This has
that's
got to be a
probably it.
mistake. So the book says special for Ice Drake and War Mammoth. I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah, they are rare.
Okay. So the Ice Drake is 200 points, Fly 8, Strength Toughness 5, 5 wounds, Ice Attack, Snatch Armor 4+, and Frost Breath.
They
It's
are
200 points, a little high, but I'd probably still bring it.
They used to be 225 or 250.
War Mammoth, large target 10. The War Mammoth still looks amazing at 325 points.
War Mammoth is pretty much just the Chaos Mammoth.
I did order one a long time ago. It still has not come in. I spent $350 on it.
Was it the one from Shield Wolf?
No, they have one?
Yeah,
Oh, I'll look into that one.
it's
All right, I'm
the
looking
one
at
I
the
got.
book. Damn, like, okay. This bothers me. I really, really wanted to use these as half giants. Is that enough to, like... Damn. Maybe I just give these away. No, they're my chaos trolls. They're my chaos trolls.
I think the point you made about Frenzy is absolutely correct, and the way this book gets around that is just by giving everything Frenzy. Like,
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm talking about it's specifically going to be those Leadership 7 guys that have the speed to get on the flank and get outside the General's Inspiring Presence arc. Now, granted, you can have a Valkyrie with them, giving them Leadership 8, but jeez, I don't know. I think it's a feel bad unit. You're gonna go and play, and then there's all of a sudden gonna be like, I failed this frenzy check. That's game. I don't particularly like those. I really do believe they're feel bad mechanics. Like what if no? Because you have to move. So like it's not, to me it's not as bad as feeling animosity, because you're in the same position you were before. You probably didn't get like you're probably not in too bad of a position, and it's pretty rare. And like animosity is like 1 in 6 and then roll on the table. Whereas this could be 50-50 in a key moment.
Steve, look in the general. There's the She-Wolf Mammoth
Oh, where'd you put it?
in general.
I don't know what Chatman is posting, but I'm going to scroll down. Oh, it looks pretty good.
Yeah. The Mammoth itself is pretty good. I haven't
Oh, wait a
built
second.
the Howdah yet.
Was this one ridiculously overpriced?
It was kind of, but not more than what the GW takes.
Okay,
It's 100 euro for the.
Oh, geez, that's actually
Normal.
pretty cheap.
It's 180 with the platform.
No, Flammable Hero, my opinion should never, ever be considered for the beta thing. It's too tainted and too skewed a different way.
that being said, he needs to fix those charge on the Empire in the book.
Oh yeah, I know that needs to be changed. No.
Oh,
but see,
yeah.
no. When I'm talking about a review, my opinion's in a review. So, unfortunately, Matthias is going to get a bunch of opinions from people that are ill-informed, have bad information in their own heads, and he's going to get bad feedback. People just who haven't played it with it or whatever, and it's going to be skewed and bad. Now, I have a lot of experience, but I haven't played it yet, so my feedback is not going to be. It's not going to be good. Like it's not going to be. It shouldn't carry any weight. If I play this a dozen times, yeah, then I can get feedback that can be taken, but like not on a review. You never go on a review and go like, I like to believe I'm statistically right on most of my review stuff, but like not always right. I have a play style that doesn't like HJ loves his Wolfnir or what I can't remember how to pronounce them. They're not a thing that I could ever reasonably think of as an effective unit because it's a throwaway for me. I run the center and hope for the best.
Sometimes you run throwaway units just because you like them. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. I'm happy.
Like
I think
Khalid and my
ogres are in a
Tomb
rough
Kings.
spot. I'm happy to play them and have fun with them. Remember, when I do a review, the conversation is always from the point of view of like a competitive standpoint. Now, I think ogres are the worst book in the game right now. But also, it's one of the books I have the most fun with, and so I'm happy to do it.
because like I said, with my Tomb Kings, I run Khalida. Not a good choice. Beefing up a regular Tomb King would be objectively better, but
Cool model though.
Yeah.
Well, I think I need to get some dinner, so I'm gonna go do that.
well, you got
Appreciate
plastic
y'all.
in front of you. Enjoy.
I will likely be back tomorrow. Well, no, I will definitely be back tomorrow. I just don't know what time that'll be yet, so feel free to hang out in tomorrow's stream when I do this all again. Hang out. We'll talk some Warhammer. Get some work done.
See you later, Steve.
Later, guys.
Later.